looks like a teenage bride. Joe's as old as dirt, but don't you fear. He's the credit card connection of the year. Points and miles, the world's his stage. He's got wisdom that don't show his age. Hola mi gente, ven a bailar. Joe Barreto's got rewards to spare. Vuela con milas, toca el cielo también. From Hackensack straight to the Bronx again. He's got the Plymouth, the governor's head.
Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto live from the Credit Card Connection Studios in really stunningly beautiful Hackensack, New Jersey. How you doing, mi gente? If it's Tuesday, you already know it's Hola, mi gente Tuesday. It's Wepa Tuesday. Your boy is back with a packed lineup tonight. Ask and you shall receive. The fire that's coming your way. And I'm telling you that. So behind the scenes, guys, there's fireworks. Key threw down the gauntlet this afternoon. She said, bring it. Then Mary stepped up, and then Stacy just shut them all down. So this is what we're in for, guys. It's going to be a movie. But as always, I need to say hola to the chat. We're going to jump into it because we got a lot to get into tonight. And here we go right off the bat, coming in hot. My man, Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? Wepa Joe, and welcome, ladies. Hope you're having a great week. Looking forward to a fantastic and informative show. That's all we're going to bring you, Papi. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a channel member. Give Heidi my love, Papa. I can't wait. We got to meet up, kid. You know that already. I love you, Papi. My son, John. How you doing, Papi? Te quiero mucho, Papa. Thank you for being here. And I'm just going to jump to it right now. My man, Johnny Ma. You know what, Johnny? Because I love you, Johnny. This was Johnny when he was in high school, and now homie's birthday will be, I believe, Thursday, 39 years young. And Johnny, Papi, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. I love you, Papi. Thank you for being so damn supportive and always being so cool with me. God bless you. I hope you have an amazing birthday filled with great love, happiness, and joy. Thank you, Papa. We got to meet up, Johnny. I love you, kid. Let's move it on to Robert. How you doing, Robert? Thank you for being here. Wepa to you. My man, Vincent Pasquale. Thank you so much, Vincent. Wepa to Stacy, Key, Mary, and Joe. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a channel member, as always, Papi. Rodney Thomas is Wepa Tuesday. Ladies, I have to tell you, Rodney is a bully. Last night, because the Knicks lost, he was sending me memes of people dancing. That's mean. Rodney, I don't know, Rodney. I think we have issues now, all right? We're having issues, all right? Lithium, how you doing, Lithium? This lineup going to bring the heat. Absolutely, Lithium. Thank you for being here. Texas Dog, how you doing, Texas? Thank you for being here. Nurican 71, thank you for being here. Juan Garcia, Mr. MIA, gracias, Papi, for being here. As always, I appreciate you. Juan, Meow Mix, Meowdy to you. Yes, Spurs, you know what, all right? David, just how you doing, David? Wepa Joe and the ladies, thank you so much for that. Nick, it was great talking to you the other day. Nick, thank you for being here tonight. Good evening, everyone. Joe, thank you for the hospitality and help in the email and text the other day. Nick, it is my pleasure, Papi. I can't wait to see you here in NYC. Background Balloon, Wepa to you, Background. Thank you so much for being a channel member and being here. ATF50, happy Tuesday. Excited to hear from the ladies. Thank you for being here. AS1234N6W, Wepa, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Vegas Hawk, quite a night in New York City last night. Yeah, it sucked, to be honest. Vegas. Leonora Wade, how you doing, Leonora? Thank you for being here. Daniel Rubio, what's going on? Hey, Joe, give me a reason to take a break from my calculus homework. Always excited to hear and talk about points and miles. Bro, I went to summer school for trig, so there's that. Put that book away. Forget calculus. I don't remember the last time somebody said, yo, about this calculus problem. Take it easy, Daniel. Enjoy the show tonight. What's going on? Love me some Lakers. How you doing? Wepa to you. Tulare, Johnny. Wepa to you too, Papa. What's going on? Travel fan Rod. Wepa. Ron, thank you so much. Looking forward to today's live stream. Great to see Mary Key and Stacy on today's live stream. Absolutely. Firefighter 116. Let's go. Can't wait. Thank you for being here, Firefighter. Thank you for your service, Firefighter. I appreciate you. Dem, thank you for being here. Good evening to you, Papi. Look at it. Happy birthday, Johnny. Johnny, I sang to you, kid. St. Patrick Ladies Night. Wepa. Thank you, St. Patrick, for the super chat and for being a channel member. I appreciate you. CJ Silva in La Casa. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Lovely singing, Joe. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Atir. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Bertina. Wepa. Bertina's birthday Saturday. Wait a minute. Happy birthday, beautiful. Please tell Charlotte and Mom that I also send my love, and I hope you have a great time with them. I love you, Bertina. Happy 40th, baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Happy birthday to you. I love you, Bertina. Thank you so much. Big Kev, thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate you being a channel member. You're welcome, Johnny. Our pleasure, Papa. Polygraph Zone Marcus, ready for the ladies of Points and Miles. Thanks for setting up a great special shows. Thank you so much, Marcus, for always being so present and just for your support. Thank you for the super chat and being a channel member. I appreciate you. CG 8990. Hey, Joe, looking forward to hearing from the panel. Absolutely. 34 Skyline, what's going on? Hey, Joe and everyone. Jay Chap, Wepa Boricua and friends. Good to be here. Looking for another Wepa Tuesday. Go Spurs, go. You know what? I'm going to give you some love here. Look at Key. So excited to be here. Drop all your questions, no matter if you think they're basic or not. We will answer absolutely, we will. Hello, Carlos Rush, Papi. What's going on? My love to the family, Papa. CJ, thank you so much for saying happy birthday to Johnny. Kevin, I thought you were in Vietnam. What happened? Oh, that's right. You're traveling, Papi. Have a safe trip. I love you, Papi. God bless you. Manuel, thank you so much. Get home safe, Papi. Thank you for being here tonight. Hey, Yaz, thank you for being a channel member. Ola and Wepa to you. William, yep, Wepa to you. Thank you for being here tonight. And Nicole Hansen, always here to support. My listening ears are on. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm going to bring to the stage, first and foremost, let's bring on Stacy Wepa. Stacy's like, damn, he picked me first. What's going on? Stacy, I think we're still muted.
Hello. Sorry. Keeping it muted so that you don't hear all the background noise.
Hey, it's all right. Background noise is fine. Don't worry about it, my love. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate you. I'm going to bring on Mary. Mary, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, my love. Thank you for being here tonight.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and of course, we needed ladies' night. We needed Key here to represent as well.
What is going on? I'm so glad to be here. And also, I've been singing Ladies' Night in my head, but I got to say, like, plus Joe when I sing the chorus. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm probably more of a chick, to be honest. I just did my
That's
eyebrows before I came on. I swear to God. I was like, wait a minute. I got to make sure this. Ask Terry. If I bring her down, she's like, make sure you do your eyebrows because, you know, the white ones grow out. I was like,
listen, just because you do hair and makeup, that has no bearing on you being a female. You are the most manly man I've ever met. Let's go.
That's why I love you, Key. So we're going to start. I want to introduce you for you ladies. We're already at 100. Holy crap. 106 already. And we did that a few minutes ago. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that like and subscribe, mi gente. Let's break 100 real quick today. So let's start off with Stacy. Stacy, say hola, mi gente, to la gente.
Hola, mi gente. What?
to the gente. So introduce yourself. Say what's up. Introduce your channel.
French. I'm sorry. And I don't remember any of it. But hello. Did you want me to tell me who?
Yeah, your channel. Yep. What you do.
All
what
right,
you
so
got.
I'm Stacy. I'm from Stacy's Travel Points. I'm across all platforms. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Threads quite a bit. I literally just did my very first couple full-length YouTube videos. That has been a learning curve. Where else am I? I think that's it. I think that's pretty much every platform out there.
And here's the thing. Before we ask the ladies to introduce themselves, what's the biggest? Isn't it more difficult to do long form and make sure you have all the crap together on YouTube than
No.
the 60 seconds? No,
because you have to be super creative on Instagram, and I am
Okay.
horrible at it.
But you know what? To be fair, we're also not 15 and 16 years old. Let's be fair. I mean, it is that. Let's just
I'm
be
too
fair.
long-winded for
These
Instagram.
girls
You
are
won't
younger
catch
than
me.
me.
You won't catch me on Instagram. I'll tell you that. I'm way too long-winded.
You see
The
what
only
I'm
thing
saying?
you're gonna see is some pictures. So go ahead, follow me on Instagram. But that's all you're gonna see. You're not gonna get no content.
But thank you, Stacey, for everything. Stacey, please drop your channel in the comments, my love.
I will
Okay.
do that. I will
Thank
do
you so
that.
much. Mary. Talk to us, Mary.
All right. Well, hey guys, I'm Mary from Miles with Mary. So my channel is pretty much all about helping families travel together with points, miles, and credit cards. So basically, I just talk a lot about how travel doesn't have to end when you have kids, and it can get better, and it can be hard finding multiple seats whenever you have a bunch of people in your family. And so that's what I'm all about.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Mary. Mary, please also drop your channel here in the chat if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Kiki, what's going on, mama?
What's going on? I'm so glad you had me on here. I've been traveling personally since 2016, utilizing credit cards, points, miles, certificates, all sorts of stuff. And I represent the solo travel gang. I know there's a lot of us out here, whether we're traveling for work or sometimes you just meet up with your people at the spot. So that's what I'll be representing tonight. And I can't wait. Thank you for having me.
So I want to thank you, ladies. Last week, we had Sledge, Carrie from World's Master, and Spencer on.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an amazing panel. I've been trying to get the three of you together forever. And thank you, because I know, especially when you have kids, when you're traveling for work, when you're juggling 1,000 things, it's hard to just cut out a piece of time and do this. So I want to thank you. My sister, my wife, they're all excited because they're like, finally. And Key could tell you because Key has spoken with Terry on the phone.
Yep,
Finally.
she's excited. I know she's watching upstairs. That's all I gotta say. I'm not there in Hackensack. I already know.
100. Yes. So thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it. So we're going to jump into it. I'm going to ask you first and foremost, we're almost halfway through the year. And I know where you ladies have been, but I want people that don't know, what was the last trip you took and when? We'll start with Key.
Sure. Okay. So the last place I traveled was Costa Rica. This was maybe 2 weeks ago. And what was the other question, Joe?
And so, well, when? You did answer both. Yeah. So
Okay,
you went to Costa Rica and just 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I have my channel members know. So make sure you check out the channel membership video to hear this month's travel. But I will be in Southeast Asia. I'll just keep it generic on where I'll be for the next trip.
Nice. Mary?
So we went to Peru in April. We spent about 10 nights there. We did Machu Picchu. Kids came along too. We flew business class. So it was like a whole thing. It was great.
All right. So guys, you could see, we've already covered different parts of the world and we only go back a month out. Stacey.
My daughter and I went to Japan. Same thing, 10 nights. Business class. We only did business class there. Finding availability home for the East Coast was super tough. And I stalked and whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, we did Japan. We did Kyoto, Osaka, Tokyo. Yeah, that was the last trip. The last big one this year.
So, and here's the thing, guys, as you can see, 3 different trips, different parts of the world. Now I'm going to ask you for these specific trips, and we're going to go into other aspects of, other trips that you have planned and how you're planning on getting there and what you use. But for this specific trip to Costa Rica, Key, what did you use to get there? What card did you use? Did you use any apps to help you book the trip? Those are things that I suck at that. I can collect 1 billion points.
Yep.
I'm terrible at redemptions. Key, what did you do?
All right. So this one's quite boring. Unlike some of my other travel. I recently switched to sales about this time last year, a little bit prior this time last year, into sales for the first time ever. As a result of being in sales, there's something called President's Club that you can hit if you meet or exceed your goals. I was lucky enough to do that my first year in sales. So when we talk about going to Costa Rica, that was called President's Club. And I paid absolutely $0. So when people talk about free travel, literally $0 out of pocket because it was a company paid rewards trip.
Awesome.
Freaking awesome. So well deserved, my love. I love it. That
Fabulous.
is fire. Good for you. And who did you go on this trip with, Key?
Yes, I have to shout out to my mom. She just retired after 30 years at the same company. Had to bring my mom. There was nobody else I could bring except for my mom.
God bless. Please give
Thank you.
mom my love, mama.
Love your
Please.
mama.
Absolutely will.
Congrats to her.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
so freaking awesome. Mary?
Okay, so Peru, I actually kind of decided on Peru because I got an alert from Thrifty Traveler that there were 4 business class seats available to fly into Lima. And basically, I kind of want to go everywhere. And so the way that I choose my trips is where I get the best deal, especially whenever you need 4 seats. If I can find that, I'm like, okay, we're literally going there. So they were only 35,000 Alaska miles per person each way. So
Holy
70K.
crap.
Yes. And
That's
so
amazing.
I had that because I transferred over like 1 million membership rewards to Hawaiian before they closed that partnership. And so then Hawaiian can transfer to, I mean, they have like the partnership with Alaska. So I already had those miles sitting there. And so it was just like everything kind of fell into place that I had enough miles needed. So it was 280,000 miles for all 4 of us to have the lie flat seats round trip out of Atlanta. And so we don't live in Atlanta, so it was just really easy to do some quick repositioning flights from my home airport, which we use miles for. I think we flew United on the way down and then Delta on the way back. And then in terms of like hotels, we used IHG points for our hotel in Lima. And then we stayed in the Sacred Valley. And there's not a ton of really good points opportunities in Ollantaytambo, but it's really cheap there to get to like stay at a nice place. So it was only like $300 for 2 nights at a beautiful hotel that had like beautiful views. And then when we were in Cusco, we used FHR credits. And so, you know, I have all those business platinums. And so I had a lot of credits to spend. And so I just did like back-to-back reservations and I got $300 off each night. And then they upgraded us to a suite. And it was like amazing. I know. I've never gotten an upgrade that well. That's not true. When I was in Paris at the Etoile, or however you say it, it was like my birthday and I let them know ahead of time and they gave us like the Eiffel Tower suite. So that was like probably the best upgrade I ever had. But this one like came in at like a close second.
Okay.
Wow.
You said a lot there. I have questions, Joe. I don't even want to step on you here. I know we're wearing a similar shirt, but a couple things. You said you transferred over 1 million American Express points. Number one, I think most people are going to say is, how in the world did you get 1 million American Express points? And then number two, you said so much there. You said, Machu Picchu, I want to go everywhere. Last time I was in Paris. Girl, stop saying it like we know. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I'm glad you said that, Key, because I'm sitting here and that was about a year ago, right? That you could transfer from Amex to Hawaiian and then Hawaiian to Alaska, right?
Yeah.
I remember Anthony Venture told me to do it, and I only transferred 200,000.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear to you, and I'm glad you mentioned Alaska, and I said this when I used Alaska earlier this year. It is, to me, the most amazing airline. The way they take care of you, they spoil you. It's just easy, friendly. It makes the trip just that much better that I'm all in on Alaska. If it wasn't because they flew out of terrible Terminal B in Newark, I'd use them a lot more. But thank you for all of that. We're going to get into different details about how you plan your trips, but I'm glad you mentioned that. So thank you for that, Mary. Stacy.
Japan, similar to Mary, I did transfer some points over from Amex, but that's not how I earned the majority of those points. I knew she wanted to go to Japan. We had been in Switzerland the year before as my daughter's graduation gift. And she had said she wanted to go to Japan. And I'm like, I can't do Japan in 4 months' time for business class. Give me some time. So I opened an Alaska business card. I opened the Hawaiian personal card, the Hawaiian business card. I had my husband open the personal card. She had opened up the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And then that's how all those points kind of came together for that trip. We stayed in Hyatt's. I used a free night certificate. We got business class in Japan Airlines, back in premium economy, because she's not very flexible, but that's okay. It's fine. We were there and back. And yeah, that was the big trip. That was the big trip this year. It was pretty cool.
So Alaska as well.
Alaska Airlines as well. Yes.
You know, again, I think if I lived on the West Coast, that would be obviously my go-to. But it's a little limited here, as you know already, on the East Coast. But that's just freaking amazing. I'm going to look at the chat real quick and see if you have any questions or anything that we have to go over. But if not, we're going to go right back to the next part of this, okay? What's up, K-State Nate? Thank you for being here and being a channel member. Izzy, hola to you, Papa. Hope all is well with you and the family. Hello, Stacy from Juan. I love it. Hello, ladies. Juan Mialmix says, and this is our other. See, Crystal is my spirit animal. Crystal, I adore you. Hola, Joe and Wepa Familia. Don't be mean to Joe. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Crystal. Rodney deserves pow pow. Happy birthday, Johnny Ma and Bertina. Ladies in the house. Crystal, I love you. I hope things are going well with you. Crystal is always here. She's had floods in her house.
Crystal's my neighbor. First of all, Crystal should have came here so she could have sat right here on the couch. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yo, I would have driven and been a part of that threesome there because
she's gonna pop in 5 minutes, Key.
Yo, she is, right? She's probably outside throwing rocks at your window going, yo, I know I can't go to the first floor, but so
I got cameras, so I'll see you when you pull up.
Crystal, you're the best. Crystal, we love you. Thank you for not only being so supportive to me, but to everybody else. Crystal, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Thank you again, Chris. Honestly, will Job have to piss them off to get allowed?
Allowed Wepa? I think it's
there's Wepa. Yes. Josefina Barreto has a good white YouTube channel. Thank you, background. I appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody hating on Joe. That's crazy.
I learned a lot about points and miles from Mary's content. Thank you, Hey Yaz. I appreciate that.
Glad to hear that.
Stacy's like, come and visit me on all platforms. Come visit me. Absolutely. Memphis, Mike en la casa. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for the super chat. For the queen of credit, Key, and 5 more for her Navy Federal flagship card renewal.
Listen, y'all are crazy. I appreciate y'all so much. I moved the Navy Federal flagship back into the credit card box, okay? It's not getting canceled. I don't want people to be upset. It's in the travel box. So
I love it. I love it. Memphis, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you. And John is the sweetest. John put all your channels down.
Thank you, John.
I appreciate it. See? Good job, John. Thank you, Papi. I appreciate that. Life and Times Travels. I'll be going to Peru at the end of July. Can't wait. Web out to that. Guna, thank you for being here, Guna Diver. I appreciate you. What's up? Chad's Money Minutes. Where in the world is Chad traveling to now? Who knows for work? Yo, what's going on, Papi?
I'm convinced Chad is in like the CIA or is like a pilot.
Yo.
I'm convinced. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm gonna have to talk to Rain.
That's like Mission Impossible with Chad, I swear.
Seriously.
Bertina says, thank you, sis. I love you. I love you, Bertina. Travel fan Stacy for Japan. Did you use a Japanese tour guide or maneuver through Japan? Or did you go freestyle? Stacy.
Freestyle. My daughter did the whole thing. She navigated everything. She found every temple, every shrine, every train, everything, and I let her do it. She was.
That's fine. Look, first and foremost, that's cojones. Because to be honest with you, going to another country, different language, it could be intimidating, right? And so to just have the wherewithal to put all that faith in your daughter, no pressure, and she came through like a champ.
Oh, she did amazing. She really did. I was extremely impressed for my 22-year-old daughter. I'm like, okay, she's sending me all this stuff. I'm like, no, that looks good. That looks good. No,
that's fire. You see, guys, and this is why we have panels like this, because we're seeing in real time, not some BS that we looked up on Reddit and how to do it. We got people actually doing it. So that's freaking awesome. Thank you, Stacy, for that. So Johnny says, doing sales is great. I would trade ass and seat hours for sales quota all day long. The Amazing Dollar Man. How you doing? Amazing. You're the freaking best. Amazing. Hi, ladies and El Caballero. Thank you so much, Papi. Oh, Shambe. Hello, friends. You guys are the best. Key, because we love you here. Please don't cancel your flagship card from Navy. That card saved me so much money. Thanks to Mr. Sledge. I love it. Sledge is here. Key, here's your $5 for your Navy Federal flagship. Yo, what is it, like a telethon for Key?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how this started. I am not seeking donations, but people do not want me to cancel the Amazon
Yo,
Prime.
I freaking
don't know
love
what's
it.
going on right now.
I love it.
It's crazy.
Sledge, thank you so much, Papi. I appreciate you, Papa. Thank you very much. Thank you for your wise words, says Key. Super chats and much more. Okay, what would be, this is a great question. What would be, and thank you, Narikin, a unicorn redemption for y'all? We'll start with Mary.
I really want to take my family to Australia in business class. And as people know, it's extremely hard to find 2 seats, let alone 4. And so if I can kind of figure out a way to do that, maybe route through Asia first, and then to go to Australia. I told my husband, I was like, what do you think about doing like a whole month where we do like, we take off work and then we do, you know, a couple weeks in Asia and then we go to Australia and then the kids come too and it'll be like a whole thing. And he's like, yeah, but like we have jobs. And I'm like, no, but if we find business class seats, then you got to go. I mean, so that is kind of like my dream. I would like my kids to be a little bit older. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And so for a long flight like that, I think I'd want the youngest to be like 4, because like the 5-year-old is amazing. She gets in her seat, she puts on her headphones. She's like, okay, what are we watching? And then she just wants snacks. So very good traveler. But I think that, you know, when you're flying for like 20 hours, just being a little bit older will just make it a little bit easier on mom. But anyways,
Okay.
that's my unicorn redemption.
No, and I appreciate you saying it. And let me ask you, don't some airlines need or require like a child to be older to sit in either first class or business, or is?
No, only like Emirates.
Emirates first class, right? They have to be 8. And is that only for award tickets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that I know of. Otherwise, I don't think there's any restrictions. So this was actually the first time when we went to Peru that we were in a business class lie flat seat like that with the kids. Prior to that, you know, we were doing like premium economy, whatever.
That's awesome.
So I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how the 2-year-old would be, because he's pretty clingy, and I was like, he might be in my seat the whole time. I don't know. But it was a red eye because it left like after 11 p.m. So I was like, that'll work in my favor. Just got to get him to sleep. And he tucked right in and like slept the whole time. And luckily it was on Latam. And so I was able to like reach over, grab him. So that's another thing when traveling with kids, especially young kids, is you're going to want to look at the product that you're booking, because you're not going to want the seat that, you know, your solo traveler will typically want, where you have the most privacy. Most of the time, you're probably going to want the seats that are close together, you know, like 2 in the middle, where you have more access to your kid, at least if they're young. So that's what I always try to prioritize. And luckily, those are the seats that most people don't really want. So it makes it a little easier to book multiple of those.
That's fire. Thank you for sharing that. That's a tip out there. I know Lonnie flies with his child a lot, and that's probably something that I'm sure he's encountered. And so thank you for sharing that, because we have a lot of people in the chat that have families, and that's always something to consider. Stacy, unicorn.
Machu Picchu is one of them. So that's on my list of I need to get there. History, UNESCO heritage sites and history. That's like my hot button in regards to travel. I just threw out a thread yesterday. I'm like, I wish I was that person who really loved the aircrafts, but I just want to get there. Put me in business class, but I don't really care about the product.
That's how I feel.
I mean, like, I really don't care. Like, I just want to get there in business class. But Machu Picchu is one. And then Egypt, I want to go see the pyramids. Those are like my 2. Like, I want to go see both of those things in my lifetime. My daughter wants to hit every continent. My husband just wants to go back to London.
Okay. It is so cool that I just like in my, I'll say immediate circle, real life humans that I talk to, they are like, yo, let's go to New York. You know what I mean? Like that's the aspiration. And there's nothing wrong with New York.
No.
But like hearing each of you talk, Joe was in Puerto Rico like last month. You're talking about Machu Picchu, Japan, Australia. Like, I honestly just cannot get over how impactful when you employ strategies like credit card points and miles and responsible credit habits. Like, literally the world is your oyster. I'm not even trying to be a cliche, but like hearing y'all talk, I'm like, yo, let me get my notebook. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, I need to expand my horizon.
Other like-minded people and kind of getting like new ideas and like bouncing ideas off of each other.
I might be hitting you up.
We actually did Egypt in 2023, and so I can give you some info on that.
Y'all went to Egypt. I knew it. I had a feeling.
Oh, that was my bucket list trip. We did Egypt and Jordan. Did not take the kids on that trip. That was a grandparents, please watch our children trip. And it was great. But yeah, that was such a good trip.
So freaking cool.
Very cool.
Key, what is your unicorn?
Okay. This is not an advertisement, but since I've gotten Flighty, which is an Apple Store app that you can get that talks about like if your flight's going to be delayed, what type of aircraft, and just like so much, I'll say nerdiness, because people don't care what they're flying. They just want to get to where they're going. I want to fly on aircrafts that have my same exact birth date from every airline, like at least one time. I know it's random.
That's
random. I don't care where it's going.
How do you find that out?
Because it's on Flighty. It tells you when the first aircraft, like the first flight that airplane took. And so I know I've taken one
that's cool.
with Delta, but like now I got all the rest. Let's go.
Yo, that's wild though.
Yeah.
So it's not a place, it's literally something personal as your birthday.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be cool if I did that on my birthday and on the airplane's birthday? I don't know. I know it would be like the stars aligning, but like it's just so nerdy. I know it.
They better roll out the red carpet because that is fire. Thank you for that. So I'm going to share mine.
Yes.
So I have a couple, but I would always wanted to go to Greece or Rome because I always loved the history. I love the gods, reading about it in school and things of that nature. So I want to see that. And Spain would probably be another one. Mm-hmm. But, for me, I just need to wait for Terry to say, I'm done with my business. Let's go.
Why?
Because I'm retired. I can go tomorrow.
But she can
Saturday.
still go, can't she?
Oh, no. Yeah. But I'm saying but you know how Mary was like, let's go for a month. That's what I'm saying. So it's like that kind of thing where I don't. And then my biggest thing was working in a school like I did for so many years. People are like, oh, you have all the time off. Yeah, but it was always peak time. Mm-hmm. And peak was expensive. Peak was crowded. Peak was shoot me because it was overwhelming. I remember going to Disney World and it was crowded that they closed the park. That's how terrible it was. Wow. So even though you got the free time, you kind of got your butt handed to you on the other side because it was always crowded, always expensive, things of that nature. So, like if we can go off peak somewhere, I love Switzerland. I love going to Europe. I noticed that the tickets are way cheaper in February, March, and even into April. Then once you start hitting May, they start shooting right up. So, it's just things like that. It gives us more flexibility. So the next thing is, let me just bring this up. Hold on one second. Johnny says he enjoys the three of your YouTube channels. Thank you, Johnny. Vicky, Arnold, ladies, I can't wait to meet Vicky one day. Vicky is the best. And she goes, I called Citi, the product changed my double cash to the custom cash like he suggested to. Perfect. Great job on YouTube. I love you, Vicky. God bless you, my love. Michael Wongway Travels. It's been a minute, Michael. What's going on? Thank you for being here, Michael. Shout out to Stacy for bringing to long form with the kick-ass first entry. I love it. Same as Stacy. My daughter was our travel guide in Japan. I love it. Sup, Stacy and Mary. Can't wait for the wepas later. Bro, I know the ladies will show the guys how it's done. Damn. Kristen Z. Hey, Joe, another fun panel. Headed to Italy in 2 weeks. Looking for more travel tips. Thank you, Christian, for that. I'm trying to see what my sis Key is sipping on tonight. Joe, did you miss it? Key and Sledge were torching cards the other night. No, I saw Key's deading a lot of cards there. Sledge said that the pressure would be too much on Key from the Native gang. that would stop her from canceling. It worked. I love it. I freaking love it. Amazing dollar man as always. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for the super chat. Just trying to earn 6% on my Amex BCP. Dollar man, thank you, puppy. I appreciate you so much. Hybrid Vortex, thank you for being here. Whip out to you. I appreciate you. My sister, the most beautiful sister, and I am biased, I know. Only if you work for the airlines. I've heard for them to be in first class that I have to believe you 6 years old, but if you're paying, you can be up there. So her friend works for American Airlines. And I guess her friend can fly first class, but one of her kids is too small. They won't let her fly. You know, when you get the, what is that pass?
Companion pass, Southwest?
No. You know, when you work for an airline,
buddy pass. Like
right. So she flies. Her friend on a long weekend will just throw herself to Greece or whatever. She could get, but one of her kids can't fly.
I need more best friends
because they're too young. That's what it is. So.
Rachel, I'll take your friends. I got you, girl.
But I love my sister, Rachel. I love you, mama. Key, you've been to Chelsea Lounge in JFK. Blew my mind the other day. I guess the Chase Lounge.
Oh, okay. I was like, Chelsea Lounge. I was like, no. I will be at the Chase Lounge next week. If anyone needs to be guested in, hit me up on Discord. I will tell you the exact time I will be there. And absolutely.
Drinks on Key. Drinks on Key. I love it.
Wait, drinks on the Chase when it's Carlton Park. Let's be clear.
Sean Bay says he lives in Seattle and word in the street, Bank of America and Alaska transfer points. They do, right? Think if you have you have the Bank of America Alaska Atmos card. I guess that's what he's talking about.
Okay, no. So wait, let me just clarify this. So the Alaska Airlines CEO came out and said, at some point, we want Bank of America points to transfer directly to Alaska.
Yep.
That is not the current state. The only thing that I know that transfers to Alaska right now is Built Rewards points.
Yep.
Or Marriott Rewards as well. If
that would be fire if they did that. That's a hell of a good.
Yeah, they're trying to take on Delta. I can feel it. They didn't say it, but they're shooting shots at Delta.
Yo, if they fix Terminal B, Alaska all day, every day. Big Kurt in La Casa. Big Kurt, thank you for being here. I paid $230 for 6 days in a 4-star hotel by the beach in Cartagena.
Wow. 6 days? That's crazy. That's a great deal.
The Giza Plateau is awesome. Go to the pyramid if your tour allows for it. Trust me, you'll never forget it.
Yep.
Yo, and ladies, I need you to meet Chatton. I met Chatton in person in Sacramento. The nicest man. So freaking awesome. Evening, everybody. Awesome to see the first ladies of points and miles in one place. How does that sound as a title? Like, what the hell? I love it. I freaking love it. Chad says you put him on Flighty, Key.
Love Flighty.
I would like to go back to Ukraine again, but we'll have to wait. Yeah, I can imagine so. Vegas.
You're going to be waiting.
I need a points and miles Jeopardy game show stream with some experts. Great flex for the winner.
Okay. I don't know how many people would be up for that because there are some obscure questions that people can throw at you. And as much as I think I know a lot, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That sounds like just signing up to be embarrassed, right?
No problem there.
Flight identified flights. I flew exact aircraft before, says Texas Dog. Ian says 5 hours of delays on Sunday. Flighty was on top of it. I was up and changing planes before the crew. Sir, where are you going? I love it. I love it. See, this is why I love my sister. Greece, let's go together. Rachel, it is on, mama. I got points to burn. Points to burn, baby. I got you, mama. I love you, sweetie. What's this? Oh, Yatesy, MUFC. Are you about flight? Oh, yes, Flighty, Kiki, right? That's
Am I about Flighty? Let me pull up my app.
Every day.
Am I about Flighty? Am I about Flighty? Let me see. Let me just make sure.
Oh, and Key, by the way, this was a message to you because Terry still can't figure out, and I love her, and she's gonna kick my ass for this.
Love that.
But she doesn't know how to make comments on the stream. So she goes, "Yes, Kiki, I'm definitely watching." That's
I knew it. I already knew it. Thank you, Mr.
So there she goes.
So good to see you, baby.
See, I know. I love it. Rachel says 4 more years and we can travel together. Absolutely, mama. Just got back from Paris, Greece, and Rome last week. Do it, Joe. 1 item on the bucket list. Yes, Robert. You see, Robert, that's fire. I want people, if you've traveled, flex, guys. Show it. Talk about it. Put it down. We would like to know because I'm sure one of them has gone there already. David, thank you for the memberships to the channel. Guys, I will post a link to the membership and the Discord link in my channel page after the show tonight. Thank you, David, so much for the 5 memberships. That's fire. I appreciate you. Thank you. Big Kurt, as always, thank you for the super chat, puppy. Thank you for being a channel member. Guys, 2 weeks from today, it won't be next week because I'll be away. I'm still going live, but I'll be away. But the 23rd, I believe it is, I'm going to have another drawing for 10,000 Hilton points.
Whoa.
Either Hilton or Marriott, one or the other. But if you super chat, if you become a member, that's on the table for you. So thank you for that. Crystal says, I was stationed in the UK for 4 years. Wow. Crystal, thank you for your service. U.S. Air Force. Excellent job. Off point to travel to Europe. Absolutely. I love it. These ladies know their stuff. Thank you, Big Kurt. I remember Mary's wepa from her last appearance, from one fellow vocalist to another. Awesome job. I love it. Choco Fernandez, que lo que tío, what's going on? Hello, ladies. Glad I caught the live. Choco, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Gotta go to dinner. Watch the replay later. People need to leave a like and talk later. Joe, I love you, Johnny. Enjoy your dinner, Papa. What product will get me the most points to fly business class? I love this. On to Asia, planning next big trip early 2027. Ladies, I'm sure you have 3 different answers, but what will take him the best way on business class to Asia?
Like I said, I did Alaska for Japan Airlines, so that's what worked for us. So if you can
explain that to me, Stacy, because again, that's my weakness.
You're fine.
You used Alaska points and booked those points on Japan Airlines?
Yes, direct from Chicago direct to Japan.
So do you see Japan's listings through the Alaska site? How does that work?
Site. Yep.
Really?
I got the award alert through Seats.aero. Actually, I got that alert for Seats.aero as I was sitting in the lobby in Switzerland waiting to go to the Lindt Museum. Oh my goodness. Freaking out. My connection was horrible. And I'm like, so nervous to get this done. And it was like such a relief to finally have those seats in business class direct from Chicago all the way to Tokyo, Haneda. But it was 75,000 points per person. I think it was like $60. We spent like $270 on that trip total for flights and hotels.
So would you suggest, because he's looking to see what card would you suggest?
Well, for me, it was the Alaska cards, Alaska Hawaiian, which you can.
So the Ascent, the Summit, so those cards all go into Atmos, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Stacy. Mary.
So you can also fly like ANA, Cathay Pacific. There are several different options for getting over to Asia, even if it's not going to be like the exact place that you want. Like if you can just find a way to get on that other side of the world, then it's really easy to just take another positioning flight where you want to go. But ANA, like round trip, award prices are really cheap. So that can be an option, transferring from American Express. So, if you have any transferable miles, that can be the way to go. See what partners your credit card partners with. Like membership rewards can go to ANA, super easy.
So could I ask you a question? Yeah, Rove. Yeah, right. When you say positioning flight, for people that don't know, what is a positioning flight?
So positioning flight is like a short or at least pretty cheap flight that you can add on the front end or the back end of like a long haul flight. So usually like the most expensive or the hardest to find flight is going to be that long haul flight. And so if you can find that first and get that locked in, then you can easily piece together like that short flight to where you go from your home airport to the departure city for where that flight is leaving from, or you can reposition on the back end. So we use repositioning flights a lot, especially with having to find 4 business class seats. So we did it for the Peru flights. We're also repositioning for whenever we go to Europe in the fall. We have some business class flights to Rome, and I didn't find them out of my home airport, but I was able to find them out of Boston. And so it's really really quick flight to get to Boston.
Yeah, Boston, that's me. Hometown.
So for you, it could be an American Express card, like a membership rewards earning card, the green, the gold, the platinum, whatever, that you would recommend that you could then transfer into ANA, correct?
Yeah, I always recommend transferable miles, transferable points, trying to get those first, because then you can just send them anywhere. Even if you decide to change your mind and maybe you don't want to do Asia coming up and you want to send them somewhere else, they're just so flexible. They don't expire. You don't have to worry about, like expiration dates if you aren't going to use them for a year or two. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Key.
Okay, so I'm going to say something that most people don't say. And with Citi and the custom cash going through all these changes, I think now is more than ever that you should be doubling down on Citi. They have a unique transfer partner, and that is EVA Air.
Yeah.
You can get from the United States to Asia, and I'm going to say that generically, typically Taipei, but you can go so many other places. I'm going to say as little as 50,000 EVA points all the way up to probably millions, depending on how specific you are with your dates. But be flexible. The EVA website is a bit wonky. So you might want to watch a couple YouTube videos on how to do that side by side as you're navigating it. But 50,000 EVA miles, I heard the product's pretty good. So that's what I would vote. But honestly, my real vote, since most people don't have Citi cards, but my other vote would be anything transferable. Avianca, Aeroplan from Air Canada, because they transfer from everybody. So you can get a whole bunch of points rapido.
Rapido. I love that. I love that.
And Eva Hare has the Hello Kitty flight. I think it's from Chicago, out of Chicago. I think.
Now, you know what's funny? You mentioned Citi, and I want to bring this up because I know the cards that most of you use. Do any of you use Citibank cards for your travels, or have you used them?
I have the Citi Strata Elite, and I absolutely love it.
What do you love about it? That's what I wanted to ask.
So actually, we're doing a weekend. We're going to Phoenix this weekend for my son's semifinals and finals. And Citi just had a couple days where they offered an extra $50 for their $300 travel credit. So we used that to help book. We booked a Hilton Canopy in Tempe. So the price was like $366, and I used the $300 travel credit and the $50 that they offered as their birthday award. So we spent like $16 on the hotel, which I'm excited about for the 3 nights.
That's fire. Okay. I know. I appreciate
I've gotten so much value out of that Citi Strata Elite card.
I love the Elite. People think, I just think it's an amazing card. People sleep on it. And I'm just like, look, it's still a premium card. It's cheaper than the others for the most part. And if you travel AA, getting AA passes, being able to transfer to American Airlines, you could kill it that way. So no, but thank you for that. Life and Time says, just got here from the Bahamas. It was amazing. Good for you. I appreciate that. Daniel says, I have to get back to studying for my calculus test tomorrow, but I'll be listening in the background. Daniel, nombre del Padre, Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. God bless you, Daniel, because I never got past that. God knows. So thank you for that. Yatesy, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. That is freaking awesome. I'll put the link to the Discord right after the show. Chase Lounge at JFK is very nice. Agreed.
Okay, quick question, because Ian texted me on the side. The Chelsea Lounge is the flagship lounge of American Airlines, which is at JFK. It was not a typo, but there also is a Chase.
Okay,
Lounge.
I didn't know that. So I'm glad you. Here's the thing.
Right now.
The three of you don't live in the tri-state, right? New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Providence, Rhode Island, baby. Let's go.
Northeast Ohio.
Because JFK, growing up, was the airport that we always went to, right? JFK right now in 2026 is still under construction. It is a nightmare to get in there and to get out.
I would fly to JFK a million times before I consider flying to Newark. I don't know what's going on with your air traffic control. I'm not going there.
I'd rather Newark because it's only a 30-minute ride than the hour and a half to 2 hours to
I'll
get
come
to
pick you up
JFK.
from Providence to bring you to JFK. And I bet you have a better experience.
And that's my problem. That's the only thing that irks me. That's why I didn't get the JetBlue Premier card to use their lounge at Terminal 5. I have a lot of JetBlue points to use. You know, like it's handcuffing, like sometimes with the status of constructions and stuff like that. So Kashmir says, Kashmir, let's go packing. Dubai is really affordable right now. Would you go?
Nope. Not going to the Middle East. Easy. Nope.
Nope.
Stacy said no, real quick. Mary's like, well, if they give me 4, if I find 4 business
I
life
got 4 seats, we're going. No, I'm just kidding.
honey, pack your bags, quit your job. We're going to
No,
Dubai.
literally, like I book trips and then I tell my husband, like, hey, we're going here. And he's the passenger princess. So he doesn't really even know until like right before we go. And I told him when we did Egypt and Jordan, I was like, yeah, we're going like Egypt and Jordan. He's like, okay. And then like a week before the trip, he's like, wait, like, we're going to just Egypt, right? I'm like, no, Egypt and Jordan. And he's like, oh, I thought Jordan was in Egypt. He's like, we're going to 2 different countries in the Middle East. And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's all good.
Oh my God, I love it. I freaking love it.
That's
you know
crazy.
what, lady?
That's crazy.
I forgot. But I need to ask this.
That's what he gets for not looking it up earlier, okay?
You know
And
what?
paying
But you
attention.
said he's a travel princess.
No.
You already labeled him as the princess, right? So
But
you have him
But
spoiled.
he's got big muscles. He carries all the bags, so it's
But
okay.
you have him spoiled. That's okay. I get the muscles, but he's spoiled. So why make the effort? Is what I'm saying.
Right, right.
So, ladies, I'm 5 minutes late, but let me ask you this: where do you carry, or where do your husbands or fathers or brothers carry their credit cards? What type of apparatus do they use?
Oh boy. Pause your thing because we're about to hit an ad.
Here we go.
I'm asking.
My husband just has a regular plain old wallet.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
depressing.
Fine. And then I put the card in that I want him to use. Make it
Okay. I'm gonna have to shut it down now. So, Stacy, Mary, I already know Key. I get it, Key. But why don't you get your for
Crack me up.
Father's Day the Ekster wallet? Now, right now, if you go to Ekster.com and put in my code Joe Barretto 20, you get an extra 20% off. Not just for Father's Day, guys. Graduations, right? Graduations is a big thing. Anniversaries. Why would your husband suffer with a Bible in his pocket full of credit cards when it could be slim like this? And I have all my metal cards that pop up beautifully like this. Wouldn't you want to marry your
that's
husband?
sharp.
The princess is deserving of a freaking wallet like this.
Right.
Just use my code
Right.
in the description box below. Stacy, same for you. But there's more. Like that, right? Like the way I did that.
Mhm.
There's also
I'm looking. I'm like, what? There's more.
and there's also in Wepa White.
I might need to look.
Wepa White, it's the same wallet I have, but in white, it's beautiful for the
Oh, I
summer.
like the white.
So if they're wearing white pants,
Mhm.
nothing's gonna show through, right? Think about that. Yo, wait, and there's more. This one always gives me a hard time to get this one out of the box. I should have had this one better prepared, but this is also thanks to my man Emmanuel over at Ekster. But this is in my favorite color of blue. It's a cobalt blue leather wallet. We call it Barretto Blue, but it is beautiful.
Oh, I like
This-
that. It's like my
This
favorite color.
wallet is the Parm. It's beautiful. So,
Mhm.
ladies, do your husbands a favor. Do your fathers, your sons, graduations around the, things of that nature. Just hit that description box below. Please take advantage of it. Also, let me. And I do this every week.
I
Key.
know. I love it.
You
I
know,
love it.
Are you paying a lot of insurance for your car right now?
I am. I am.
You are, right? I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
me too. 'Cause I accidentally ran into the garage, so it went up.
What the hell?
Joe,
Sure,
get him the
right?
link. Joe,
Yo,
drop the
hit
link.
the
Yeah,
link
hit the
down below from securemoney.com. It's going to give you the best. And I'm not kidding. And Key knows the best car insurance rates. Ask my sister. Go down and apply.
Yeah, I
It,
need
you
to.
don't. All you need to do is put your zip code. It'll give you the best rates, not only for car insurance and home insurance, but high yield savings accounts, guys.
It does homeowners insurance because I
Yes.
have flood. Okay, all right.
Yes!
You already know Progressive about to drop me like a
Bro,
sack of
they're gonna
potatoes.
drop you like a bad habit.
Probably.
Be progressive too.
I'm telling you, check out the links. There's a reason why these people have faith in me. So check out the links below. So thank you for just listening. But again, you know what, Mary, I don't want your husband. You said he has muscles. Why can't you just have him look sexy and having a nice, easy wallet like this? Why?
That's exactly what he
Stacey, your husband, really, your son, like they should be rocking a wallet like
He
this.
makes his own purchases.
And Wepa Red, yeah, but Father's Day is around the corner. Wepa
That's
Red.
not my job. He has children.
Stacy, come on, Stacy.
Buy him something.
Stacy, come on. We can do better. Okay. I freaking love you, ladies. Thank you so much for just listening to my spiel. So, Guna, is that seat called the jump seat? I think it's called the jump seat. Yay, seat. Chelsea Lounge and AA. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, really? Yo, Yatesy, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that, Yatesy.
Okay.
Thank you. Bank of America will be great if points transfer to Atmos 1-to-1, or if Atmos becomes Bank of America points. Would love it. Guna is also a Bank of America loyalist. So this is Dell. Dell, how you doing? Joe, Dell, thank you for being here tonight. RL5781, ladies, as another woman, I love the representation you all bring into this male-dominated space. Love to you, Joe, for making this happen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm hoping that this is not the last time this happens, because I'm going to bring them on for things other than travel as well, because we're going to jump into right now. What is the one card you rely on the most for your travel? One card. I know you got a butt ton, but if there's one card you had to say is your go-to, which is the one that doesn't fail you? Which is the one that you use the most, or the one that you rely? Like, what is that card? Key, you got a box out, Key. Now you're stuck. You're next.
Yeah,
Go.
I was just playing. I don't change my wallet based on if I'm in the US or if I'm traveling. So the card that I use the most, the Citi Strata Premier at $95. I don't worry about if it's covered or not, because I'm eating when I go out. I'm staying somewhere when I go out. I'm going to the grocery store to get water bottles. I'm doing it, and I don't care. I'm getting 3X on everything. Let's roll.
You know what? You shocked the hell out of me with that. People poo-poo, as I like to say, poo-poo, the Strata Premier. And I think it is one of the most underrated and best cards to have for $95. And you just proved that, Key.
There's no nonsense. It's just that easy. No matter if I'm at home or if I'm international or wherever, I don't have to use any brain power because I'm getting 3X. That's it.
Thank you. Stacy.
Whatever card that I'm working a sign-on bonus for.
But let's say you're planning your next trip, right? Is there a card, or in the past,
I will be working on a sign-on bonus.
Really? So you do that all the time?
Yes. Well, still, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. All right. No, that's surprised the hell out of me with that one.
In my wallet.
All right. No. So Mary's gonna throw me off on this one, because I think I have the idea of what she's gonna do. But Mary, which card do you rely on the most?
Okay, well, I have to agree with Stacy. I'm always working on a sign-up bonus, so whatever card I'm working on is the one that's getting the spend. But if I have to pick a card that is always my go-to catch-all card, it is the Amex Blue Business Plus for 2X everywhere. But for international, I'm bringing in my Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Now, refresh people's memory. Now, because we spoke about this in the past. How many reserves and how many platinums do you have, Mary?
Okay, well, I have to give you a caveat though. I have 4 Chase Sapphire Reserves. However, it's only because I product changed into them when the annual fee was $550.
Okay. So they haven't hit yet, right? Or have they started to hit?
At the new annual fee. So I was able to get all of those benefits.
See, that's fire. Okay.
Quick, I'm getting feedback on somebody's side.
I'm getting feedback on you too. There you go.
I can't hear. I don't hear any feedback.
Is it me? No, okay, it's gone. Never mind.
It's
I
gone.
heard it too whenever I was talking.
Okay, we're
It's
gone. We're
gone.
gone. We heard you. I just
Okay.
wanted to clarify real quick.
We're good. We're good.
And
No,
for
thank you.
Amex Business Platinums, I have 5. I just picked up a new one because I'm
Wait,
working.
wait.
Girl, yes.
Wait,
Okay.
it had feedback. Let me just, so people heard you. You have how many
I
Chase
have
Sapphire
5
reserves?
Amex
No, no,
Business Platinums.
5 business platinums. How
Ask me
many
how
Chase
many I
Sapphire
have.
reserves?
4.
You have 9 cards that are $800+.
Yeah.
Explain
How-
yourself. I feel
Girl,
like people
you
about to
have
come at
millions
you.
of membership rewards without paying a little bit. You got to pay to play. You know what I mean? Like I can't be getting millions of points without racking up a few annual fees. So I just signed up for a new Amex Business Platinum with an NLL offer. So I'm
No
gonna
lifetime language. People love hitting me with the acronyms. Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to get 300K membership rewards that I'm excited about. But then, I've had those other cards for almost a year now. Like this year, they're going to be renewing. And so at that point, I'll reassess. I saw some data points that some people were getting renewed at $695, which was kind of weird. And so if that happens to me, I will be keeping them. If they renew at $895, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to ask for a little retention offer. And if not, I'm going to be like, bye. So.
Okay, but because the last time you were on with me, you gave people heart attacks, and it seems like the heart attack just grew now to like a massive how much in annual fees, my love? How much in annual fees do you spend?
I think it was like $8,000.
Okay.
But that is not the normal. It's just I got really aggressive this past year.
No, but you know what? But I'm not criticizing it. I think it's great because here's my thing. How much value of that 8,000 have you gotten?
Oh my gosh. Like over $50,000. And I also have millions of points still to spend to show for it. So I know that sounds kind of aggressive, but whenever you have 4 people that you are responsible for, who, for traveling, you need to be generating more points. And literally, like after I had my second baby, I was like, oh my gosh, I need more points so that I can continue to travel with my family. And so I just kind of got serious and, we've had like some amazing trips because of it. And it's not even that I need like business class seats. Like I'm 5'2", like I don't need that. But whenever you're flying with kids and you have a lie flat seat and you're able to put them to sleep and, keep them comfortable on like a really long flight, like travel is really hard on kids. And I think that some parents don't really recognize that because they're like, oh, well, we're going and we're going to have this great experience and kids should just be excited for it. But it can actually be really stressful on children too. And so I just try to make the family as comfortable as possible. And then it makes that first day so much easier for us whenever I'm able to ensure that they're able to sleep on that flight on the way there. So
you know what bothers me sometimes? I feel bad when I've seen parents apologize for their kid crying or apologize for, and I'm like, look,
that's crazy.
I'm like, you're talking to the wrong guy because my son, I remember his first flight to California, the pressure in his ears got to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was heartbreaking because it was painful.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say, hey, I've been there. If I get the nasty old grumpy guy or woman next to me that's like complaining, I'm like, get over it. Then get a private plane if you can't fly and hang with that because that's just part of being a baby. I'm sorry, it's painful. I know when my ears pop, it hurts, right? So it is what it is. But Mary, thank you for breaking down your card.
That seriously, like
no. I love that Mary's been honest about the cards that she's had and owns it. And I appreciate it because you're right. It's not for everybody, right? I have 2 platinum cards and people are like, why do you need 2? To be honest with you, if I go call Terry right now, the woman who didn't like points and miles a couple of years ago is like, hey, the quarter's ending. When does Lululemon again? When we still have a Reggie credit, right? Yo, real quick, she got her master's in points and miles because we use it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I don't mind paying for something that I'm gonna use.
It's paying for your elevated lifestyle.
Because again, you're right. can't. As the oldest guy on this screen, I can't take the nonsense.
The only
anymore.
guy on the screen.
Well, yeah, true. Thank you. But like, I'm going to go help my friend next week. We're going down to Florida. We're driving down. I'm flying back out of Fort Lauderdale. Yo, my wife literally just texted me. I swear to God, she's so freaking adorable. She's like, 100%, I'm sold. So I'm flying back from Fort Lauderdale, and they had cheap flights, $99. I haven't flown American in 25 years. American first class seat was $300. I could have used points, but for $300, why blow the points?
Yep.
Give me the multipliers. I have their card. So I booked the first class flight seat back because it's 3.5 hours long. I don't want to sit crunched up with my metal legs in the back. It's simple.
Yep.
People think I'm bougie for it, but it's not. It's comfort. I've already paid my dues. I've sat in the back of the plane for years and I'm done with it. So that's why we do what we do. But
that's why it's nice to have that flexibility too. And that's another reason why points generation is so important when you have more people that you're shopping for. Because sometimes you have to pay a little bit extra in order to get those seats that you need, and you're paying a little bit more for comfort. And it can be worth it. And it's nice to be able to have that flexibility to be able to afford that.
Well, ladies, I have to tell you right now, we have 187 people here.
Nice.
Fabulous.
Hit that like button, mi gente. Check out the referral links below. Sign up and please become channel members to not only my channel, but to the 3 lovely ladies I have here on the screen. This is Carrie, the rewards master. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for being here. Yeti says, app is great. The youngest playing. Oh, the app that you're talking about.
Oh,
27D, oldest 25 years. I love it.
that's cool.
T-Bab, thank you for being a channel member. Almost 900,000 points in several hotel certs and FHRs used. That's how you do it.
That's
Vinyl cover in the house. Vinyl, you won the points 2-3 weeks ago. You got to hit me up, please, because he won the Hilton points. Joe, I was planning to get the built Palladium for my mortgage and the 50K sub, but the CSR 150K sub is about to expire. I can't swing the 10K spend for both in 3 months. I see the built Palladium as long-term, but not the CSR. What should I do? I'm going to share this with the 3 of you because you've all dealt with these type of cards. What do you think Vinyl cover should do? And thank you for the super chat. That is amazing. Thank you, Vinyl. What do you ladies think?
It sounds like this person is under 524, which is always fantastic. I would say, what amount of points do you have with Chase Ultimate Rewards? And is that enough to get you through the year? If so, I would grab the built Palladium because we're not sure when that offer expires. And the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they're just going to keep coming back with it because they're not hitting the numbers they want to hit. It's pretty clear in their financial statements. So
I see that, Key. You're right. Stacy.
I would say grab the Chase Sapphire Reserve at the 150K because it's the first time we've ever seen it at this elevated offer. And I'm personally staying far away from Built until they have their first full year in this whole space under the new umbrella. I just want to see if people can product change in a year after being there.
I love both points here.
Like
Mary, are you going to be the tiebreaker? Go ahead.
Hi, baby.
Okay, so this is like a risk analysis, right? Because you have to think like, what are you giving up if you choose one versus the other? So if you don't choose Built, you don't know if that sign-up bonus is still going to be there. That's 50,000 points. If you don't choose the Sapphire Reserve, what are you missing? 25,000 points is the delta between the current offer and when it's going to go down to. So if it were me, I would be like, okay, I could potentially lose 50,000 points or 25,000 points. And I personally think that Built points are more valuable than Chase Ultimate Rewards. So I would go for the Built.
And just throwing it out here, Built has the lower minimum spending requirement. So you're not going to have to stretch yourself to hit the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which I think is it 6,000? Is it 8,000? I've seen both.
I think it's 6.
6. Okay. The Built is 4. So you tell me, how big are these expenses you got coming up?
Yep.
And that's the way to go.
Okay. I was on the fence for Built. Then I got the Built. And to be honest with you, they're getting their stuff together. It's taking time, and I get it. But I do respect the fact that every time, and I read this last week, Jesse, Jesse at Built. Every time I've told somebody, write to Jesse and mention my name. Jesse wrote me back last week and goes, you know how many people use your name when they email me? And I said, well, thank you for helping them, because that's why I do it, because I want you to know that we're grateful that you're helpful. So to have somebody in a position like him reach back out and clarify, I appreciate it. So they're working on it. But to be honest, their transfer partners are amazing. And that's where I'm at right now. And the multiplier of 3 times on almost everything except for property taxes and personal taxes is amazing. Again, because look, I love the Amex Platinum and I have 2 cards, but really it's a crap return on multipliers, except unless you're buying flights from them that 5 times or booking travel, right? So for me, the green is the better alternative because of the multipliers instead of the gold, because I don't do the food shopping with the gold. But you get 3 times on a lot more categories. So I'm looking at it in terms of categories, and bang for your buck. So, which, by the way, guys, I don't want to forget this, but the green changed their name to the classic green starting in another month or so. And I have a feeling, and although they're all denying it, that means the current card is going to be one version of it, and there'll be another version of the card coming out that's either going to be a lot higher or it'll be lower, and the one we currently have will go up in fees. You'll see that. I also wanted to give a shout out before I forget, and I wrote this down in my notes, but give me 1 second. Okay, speaking of Built, so I had one of my subscribers, Aaron. Aaron, I want to thank you for reaching out to me earlier today. He says, good morning, Joe. Earlier this week, I noticed that Built, or Cardless, activated the feature where you can limit monthly expenditures and per transaction limits for authorized user in the app and website. Very helpful for those of us that have a player 2 authorized user that loves to spend. So little by little, they're tweaking things. And I see that they do listen to things that we say. So Aaron, I want to thank you for bringing that up to me. Honestly, I really appreciate that. It just shows that the people that we have as subscribers and viewers give a damn. And he emailed me today. And Aaron, I thank you. I also want to say a quick shout out to JL Cole, who is a channel member, who brought me new cards that are out there. You know, as much as we do this, we can't be on top of every single card, but he brought me, and I'm going to make a video on this card in the next week about a card that he feels is a great replacement for the Citi Custom Cash Card. And when I looked at it, it was fire. I don't want to give it away, but I want to thank JL Cole for that, for taking the time to reach out. As you ladies know, we have people that reach out to us. We have people that listen, that plan their stuff around what we say. So that I take it serious when, you know, people are like, oh, why are you taking so long in the chat? Because I give a damn and I want to go over everybody's thing, you know? So I appreciate that, ladies. Thank you for helping Vinyl Cover here. Vinyl Cover, please, you won points. I need to give them to you and send them to you. So please hit me up. All right, Vinyl? Steph, thank you for being a channel member. Wepa, let's see them thumbs up, folks. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. Tell Daddy his dad wears the same CPAP machine I do. Thank you, Steph. Give Daddy my love.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Nemo, Mary's Wepa was dope. Thank you for that, Nemo. I appreciate it. TBAP, Thailand, Japan in August, Maldives in March, and got my girlfriend and ANA first class to Japan.
That's awesome.
Whoa! Fire.
Congrats. Enjoy.
Bro, that's like putting a ring on it. I'm just going to tell you. So just booked Cancun trip this morning for July. Guna, wait, that's how you do it, puppy. Please, someone help me with the Built Palladium. I pay my rent each month and have 500 in cash and 8,000 points. Help. Somebody want to jump in on this one?
Built Cash to help pay for your mortgage or rent. People in my area use it for Walgreens because they either have a monthly prescription or a 90-day prescription. And then, of course, the point accelerators, just depending how much you're spending in, I'll just say, a set time frame. So those are the most common things, but I don't have the built card. So I'm a back up off this one.
Ladies?
I don't have the built card either, so I was going off of what Key was saying.
All right, nobody has the built card.
I do want the built card, but I was like, I'll learn it when I get it because it's a little complicated. You know, I'm listening to like, okay, well, you either do the accelerators or the cash, but like, I don't know the specifics enough yet to be able to teach it.
So, Jeff, the first thing I can tell you, I do have the built Palladium card. I'm one of the few that does not use it to pay rent or mortgage because you need to really have a degree in calculus and everything else to do this. I'm good. I want to keep it simple. However, by moving over that built cash to your built Palladium, you'll go from 2 points for every 5,000 spent to 3 times, which is a big difference. So you can make a hell of a lot more in points by just moving some of that built cash over as an accelerator. So as Key said, that's the way to go, Jeffrey. Jeff, you have my number. Papa, hit me up. We got this. I'll help you with that. All right. Key knows I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Everybody in the mother has my number.
Like.
We hit 200 people, mi gente. Guys, this is great, ladies. We're killing the game. Love me some Kiss. Thinking about upgrading my Boundless card after the annual fee hits in July for Europe. Is it worth it?
Nope.
Boundless to the Ritz?
Nope. Boundless to the Ritz is not worth it for this trip, but it could be worth it
for Europe. I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
I would just say
more points.
Yeah, people in Europe are just kind. Just ask for the damn room when you get there. I would just ask. And you can,
because you only get gold, right? If you get, you're only going to get gold status. Okay.
Correct. So I would not update it just or upgrade it for this trip. That's just not. Nope. And I held 2 Ritz cards, so that's out. That's out.
Okay, ladies, you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy Tom, contento Tom. Thank you for the super chat, puppy. My love to Alethea and Mom. I love you, ladies. If you don't know, I went live from the hotel room. Tom is sitting in the hotel room behind me on the bed with his wife Alethea, and his mom goes, "What the hell are you doing in that man's room live?" So it was weird, but it was a party. We had a great time, and then we had Xavier join us. So yeah, it was all that. So going back to Barcelona in October, you'll love the food and architecture. Thank you for sharing that, Papi. I appreciate it. My birthday is Sunday. On my way to Vancouver and Alaska on Thursday. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Happy birthday.
God bless you, my friend.
Birthday.
Wepa to you. Yo, to talk about how small this world is, Jeff is cousins with my former boss, Billy Letterman, back in New York. I kid you, that's how small this world is. I find everything out. So yeah, there's that.
Okay. And because it's your birthday, maybe you want to use it for some of their built dining experiences or the restaurant partners. I'm just throwing something out
he
here.
does? He also has the Chase Reserve, and he's done it in Chicago. So that I could tell you. I remember him doing that. Chatton says, Stacy, awesome video breaking down how to leverage airline alliances, winning the game. I love that. Wepa. All right. I'm on day 2 waiting for my points to transfer to ANA. I've flown to ITA Boston FCO. Decent product. Great redemption. Key, was this what you wanted me to put, my love?
Yeah, I wanted you to drop that link because it provides you a, I don't want to share my screen, it's fine, but it provides you a link to all of the transferable currencies, Rove, Bill, Marriott, Chase, American Express, Citi, Wells Fargo, I forget who else I'm forgetting, but in one table. So if you have things like Air France, or I'll just say Air France, because that pretty much transfers from everyone, you might not just have 50,000 points. You got to make sure you're adding up Chase, Amex, Bill, whoever else transfers over there to them. So this is a great visualization to help you with understanding the true value and the true total amounts of your points, because you don't just have Chase points. You potentially have a whole slew of other things.
And that's what I need help with. I kid you not. You are so right. Thank you for that, sweetheart. I appreciate that. T-Bab, a trickier one is 62K from West Coast to TPE using AFKLM to book China Airlines, but you have to search for availability through Qantas. Atmos to book, Starlux to TPE is another option.
Yo, that's
I love
advanced.
it. I love
That's
it.
advanced. I love it, Tavav. That is advanced, though.
Firefighter says, I really enjoy going to lounges. What was the coolest lounge you have all gone to? Love that question. Mary.
The coolest one we've done was actually in Jordan, and it was just the Priority Pass lounge. But you take the elevator up, and the lounge was literally like the entire upper level of the airport. It was extremely vast. It was like the biggest lounge that we've ever been to. All different food stations, really good food. So that was very cool.
Cool. Stacy.
Virgin Atlantic in London Heathrow.
Really?
Massive, absolutely massive. Order food to table. They had a buffet. They had tons of drinks. They had showers. They had yoga area. They had private areas. They had like you could walk outside. It was massive.
Now, let me ask you this before I ask Key. Have any of you really ever used a shower in a lounge?
Mm-mm.
I've had a feeling Key did.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed. I think it would be fun, but I just never have.
Key, where?
Listen, okay, so a couple things. One, Boston to Philadelphia, because I had a meeting and I was sweating that day. So I wanted to make sure before I got to my meeting, I was back in tip-top shape. But then I do a lot of travel to the Middle East, not anymore, and then Southeast Asia. So anytime I'm on a 10+ hour flight, I'm taking a shower. I don't care where it's at. I'm taking a shower.
Fair enough. All right. Key, which lounge then was your favorite that you took a shower?
Favorite took a shower? Probably Turkey, in the Turkish business class lounge.
Nice.
In
That's supposed to be a
Istanbul.
nice one.
Yeah, it was nice. It was ridiculous. Like, first of all, you had to wait on a sign-up list, and then second of all, they had all the toiletries. So like, I had my own stuff, but when there's stuff on the, I just can't help myself. I gotta use it. I gotta try it out.
That's fire. You see, guys, what other channel are you going to get 3 different versions of stuff and then someone who actually loves the showers in the lounge?
I love it. Yeah. 10 hours, it's time. It's time. If you're not taking a shower after 10 hours, we're going to talk.
I love it. O2 Rothgar. Great availability on JAL metal when booking via JAL. Transferred 174,000 via Built with the bonus a few months ago. 3 seats. Wow, was a steal.
That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome. Look, Pyro. I loved calculus. Good luck, Daniel. I love it. Super Sal, thank you for being here. Do any of you use flight search tools or do you find flights just by searching manually?
Yeah, I use seats.aero and Award Tool, and then finding them manually gets a little easier. But those are my 2 top 2s. I still do like Points Yeah and Rome and all them, but I'm more seats.aero and Award Tool.
Okay. Key?
Yeah, I'm a little bit more old school. I do use seats.aero, but I keep it OG, where I will go to a Wikipedia page and just search for a nonstop flight first. And if I can't find one that's reasonable, then I'll start using some of these tools. But Points Path is another one where I can just use Google Flights as normal, and it'll pop up on the side how much these cost in points.
So I'm going to ask you ladies before I go to Mary. I need a favor from the 3 of you, and I'm going to make it public. I need 2 first-class seats for me and the Queen to go from Newark or LaGuardia to Charleston from Friday, September 4th, returning back later in the evening, Tuesday the 8th.
You haven't booked it yet?
No, because the flights were ridiculous and there were all these connections and crap. Because I could drive if I need to, but I don't want to drive.
No.
So if I don't need the answer right now, but if you ladies don't mind hooking a brother up, in the next week or 2, hit me up. I appreciate it. I have points with Delta. I have points with Alaska. I have points with American. I have points with JetBlue, and I have points with United. Anybody and their mother out there, I can cover. So, but the Queen has to be on a chariot, So
the Queen is you. Don't try and put Terry in this.
Why you gotta blow up my spot like that? Come on, man. Freaking
Terry,
Queen.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Why you gotta blow up my like that?
I
thought we were cool, Key. You know
what? Gotta do it. Ladies first.
That hurts me. That hurts.
No, it doesn't.
That hurts in the cockles of my heart.
You are right.
I went to EWR. Didn't think it was too bad. ORD, on the other hand, sheesh. I love it.
Massive.
Yo, Ian says, I flew to JFK on Sunday, hit up 6 lounges and flew home. Screw EWR, can't get a hot dog there. Jan Williams, Jan, thank you for being here. Use the $50 portal birthday deal with the Elite. $300 credit for 2 nights. So the $50 portal, what is that, my love? You mentioned it, Stace.
So they had a $50 promotion. It was like their 2-year anniversary, and it was $50. And it was either on the Chase Sapphire Premier, whatever the CSP is on that side, or the Elite. And it was just a couple days. They were just offering it, and you could just stack it onto anything within the portal. And like I said, I had the $300 credit. And then with that $50, my payment for my hotel down in Phoenix this weekend was $16.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Crystal did this a while ago. 65 likes, 165 watching. Smash that like. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal is the strong arm here in my lives. I drive to Newark, can't deal with JFK if I want to stay married and sane. That is my life. I totally hear you. Dr. Chris, thank you for being here, Dr. Chris. Sorry for being late, but I subscribe to Key and Stacy, and I love their work.
Thank you.
Key, is that nice that we all want to do well? Oh man, love it.
Dang, that's nice.
Is that nice? I'm sorry. Yes. Being in Western USA, Dubai doesn't make sense to me. Vegas, thank you, Vegas. I appreciate you. I knew Joe was about to hit the extra promo. I love it that we're so back.
You about 3 hours behind, I think.
I love Joe's commercials. Joe, you have 3 ladies. Where's the extra purse? Yo, extra only has, you know what? You guys think I'm going to leave you guys behind. But when you travel, the vacuum bag from Ekster is fire. Fire. Think about this. Mary, you have your 2 kids. You want to put all their clothes in one bag. You suck the life out of this bag and you shrink it.
That's cool.
And Mary, boom, as you're in business class, no one's going to hear this with the plane noise, but you could shrink
I do it on the flight.
You see, I'm telling you right now, hit that. Go down below, guys. Use that 20% off on top of the 50% off for Father's Day they got running right now, guys. You can't miss it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. See, make him stop.
I am cracking up. Oh my God.
He loves trifold wallets. I love it. Newark is trash. I have Burgundy Ekster left. The cards start coming out. I'm trying something new. Don't do that to me, Dr. Chris. Wepa casually on time. I'll have to thank you, Jesse, for being here. Jorge Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. Super chat for the credit card goddesses. He is in the house repping Puerto Rico with that awesome t-shirt. Wepa. Key sent me a picture one day in the airport. I kid you not. Wearing her headphones and wearing that shirt. Key, you made my day. Jorge, gracias, papi, for the super chat.
I got stopped like 5 times. Where do I get the shirt? I was like, my God, Joe. My God.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much, Jorge, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Travel fan, the Italian leather on the Ekster wallet is super nice and smells so good. Thank you for the promotion there, Rod. I appreciate you. Free music. Hola, mi gente. Thank you, free music. Texas Dog, my monthly fee for the ad-free Wepa TV. Thank you, Texas. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, puppy. Crystal, I'm not drinking tonight, getting sick and on meds. No, we don't want to know that. CJ Junkie, what's going on? Hola, CJ. SJDP1234. Thank you for the memberships. I appreciate that so much, guys. Those of you that got a new membership tonight, I will put the link to the Discord and the channel page later. Carlos Ramos, my Colombian papi chulo. Thank you so much, papi. Que Dios te cuide. He just got back from Colombia. Carlos, thank you for that. I appreciate you. I missed Wonder, acquired Grubhub and Claim app. In my opinion, they're expanding too fast and won't last long. You guys use any of those apps?
Nah.
No?
I'm OG. I pick up my food like normal. I don't need to go through all these people.
I've never used and DoorDash, but I don't do Grubhub.
I've never used DoorDash. I've never used them. I have all those credits on those cards and I never used them.
I want to learn the Instacart thing for the 10X.
Missing out.
I've used Uber Eats because I wanted to use the Uber credit before it expired at the end of the month with the 2 plats. But Mary here, freaking Mary can get a limousine with all the platinums, the cards that she has. Her Uber credit is like, a couple of $100s a month. So
no, the business platinums don't come with the Uber credit.
No, that's no. What do they give you the Chat GPT right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Free music
will
says
too.
thank you for the gifted memberships. Sisters are doing it for us all. I love it. Hold on one second. Let me tell you right here. Hold on. Mary, what is your everyday card? William wants to know.
Blue Business Plus, 2x everywhere.
Now, let me see. Crystal says, do you all remember in the 2000s when airlines were looking into childless flights? I don't remember that.
I don't
No.
remember that. That was like before I was
In 2000, Key was like 3 years old. Mary wasn't born. Stacy was 5. I think I was 30. Stacy, let it go. Stacy was 5. Okay. And in 2000, I was 34. Fair enough. All right.
I won't tell you how old I was in 2000, but no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, right. I think the only premium cards I don't have is the Amex Brilliant. Okay, the Marriott Bonvoy. I'm guessing in the City Elite. Okay.
I still don't have a platinum.
I don't have those either.
So you don't have. Okay, you don't have a platinum, Stacy, right?
I don't even have a gold card yet.
So you have no Amex cards.
I have the green,
And I think the green is one of the most powerful
and I
cards.
hate it
Why? Why do you hate it?
because you use it for transit, and I don't do tolls or any of that stuff. It comes in handy on vacation
Okay.
for like buses and taxis and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, that card,
What about Clear? Do you use it for Clear?
I have my husband on it, but I'm not going to pay for it for myself because
Okay.
he
I got
travels
you.
to work more.
I got you. Hit me up in January. I gave them all the way to channel members, but I got you in January.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Thank you.
All right. There. And I just had on my channel a couple of weeks ago, I gave away 5 free trial memberships for 3 or 4 months, whatever the hell it was, for Clear.
Yeah,
Some
I've done
people
that.
used it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right, let's see. I love this. These two new ladies seem like gamers. I like them. Oh, I guess they're referring to Mary because I know Ian follows Key. So
Yeah, I'm texting with Ian right now.
Ian,
No,
you gotta
Ian,
log
right.
on to them. Bill will still be there in 3 months. If you could afford to see RSR now, I'd do it. That was for earlier. Xavier, thank you for being a channel member. 26 months, Xavier. My God, I love it. I love it. Xavier, thank you for the super chat. Xavier, thank you, Puppy. Mr. 1099, as we love to call him. I love you, Puppy. My love to, please, my love to Haley and the kids. Quick story, ladies. I went to Sacramento. Talk about how wonderful people are. Xavier picked me up at the airport, and I stayed overnight at his home with his beautiful family in Sacramento. And he spent the whole weekend with us. That's the kind of people we have that watch us, that listen, that are loyal. And Xavier, he knows Xavier is the man. Wait till you meet him in South Carolina. Xavier is the man. He is
Looking
just
forward to it.
so wonderful. God bless you. Thank you, Xavier, puppy. Lower minimum spending on built palladium. That's right. He mentioned that. Let me see. What is Jesse's email? It's Jesse, Jesse, not IE, JESSE @built.com. Mary is the boss. Mary's always looking to take care of her family, getting whatever amount of cards necessary to obtain the points necessary. Mary, you're amazing.
That is so nice. Thank you for saying that. That's literally what it's all about, is just, being able to make the memories with my family. And so I just kind of do whatever I can.
I'll tell you, ladies, I have to tell you, I wish Terry would come down here now, but she won't. She has just been more, she's embraced it more because she sees how much fun and I enjoy doing this. But she sees you ladies, and she's been so psyched when you agreed to do this. And Key could tell you, she is like all in. So Mary, I got to meet you through Rod. So thank you for that. LG Lee, how you doing? Hello, ladies, and my guy Joe Lee, what's going on? I love you, Lee. Palladium and Sun is like PB and J. It goes good together.
Good.
Oh my God, Adrian rocks. Thank you so much. Check this out, ladies. Jesse was fantastic. Helped reactivate my account and resolve my authorized user issue. Very much appreciate the help, Joe. The community is the best. Jesse from Built is fantastic. Adrian, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate that. Classic green, can you roll it? So the classic green card for Amex right now, guys, I think they're just trying to name their cards and keep them because they're going to come out with a different version or up the ante on this. Because technically, the classic green was the old school one for $55 that didn't give you membership rewards points. So that's what people forget. That was the old school card that they came out.
They got rid of that, didn't they?
So they're getting rid of it now. That's why. So I think this is kind of taking that place of the classic green. You know, and like Jesse says here, I just hope the new green will have easy to use coupons for me. Nothing too niche. That's right. Hit that like button. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you. Thank you, Key, for helping me with that. Thank you so much, my love. I do appreciate it. Vinyl cover, please hit me up because you won, Vinyl. Joe, thanks for bringing these amazing ladies on tonight. And ladies, thank you for providing your valuable insights to achieve our travel dreams. Travel fan Rod, thank you for the super chat. As always, I appreciate it, Travel, and for being a member. He always keeps us in the loop. Another Stacy 3. Hi, ladies. Great panel, Joe and Key. Congrats to your mom. That's awesome. I love Stacy. She's another one that rocked the shirt. Crystal had won a few and gave them to Stacy. So, Stacy, I love you, mamita. God bless you. I'm liking to go to Built. Joe, how do I reach out to you? Vinyl, hit me up on Discord or email me at thecreditcardconnection@gmail.com. Literally, all one word, thecreditcardconnection@gmail. And then I'll give you my phone number and we could talk about it. Okay? Key knows I give my phone number like
phone number,
Halloween,
address, social.
Halloween.
I got it all. Mother's maiden name. I have it. You need me, call me.
Stacy, you could apply
Many
for a
of us
new
do.
card.
I was on that.
I do.
session.
Hey, Joe, I applied and got to discover it. Tristan, that's how you do it. Where by Tristan? Joe, I need your code. I just used your social security number. You see, it's a no. Don't laugh. Don't encourage them, Mary. Okay,
That's hilarious, though.
encourage them.
Good joke.
Look, Joe is so accessible that all of us have a screenshot of his social security number.
They're not wrong, though.
I can't. You guys are crapping on me. That hurts my feelings. Yup. Look at Guna. Joe has co-signed loans with a ton of people he's still meeting. Going to Barcelona, Madrid in August. Iberia business class round trip on points. Hotels paid with built hotel credits. That is freaking awesome.
Iberia business class is great. Very comfortable.
Really? Okay, I'm glad you told me that.
The food's like kind of mid, but hard product's good.
Source King, thank you for this comment. I think most people have built cash expire. If not, they'll have some credits they won't get used. Absolutely.
Nah, listen, if your built cash is going to expire, this is the wrong card for you. And it's time to reevaluate right now before December 31st rolls around. Use up the points, stop using it. I know you spent $500, but if it's not serving, it's got to go. Do not be attached to these cards. Do not be.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That is a public service announcement. Jeffrey says he's going to use his platinum for a steakhouse in Vancouver. I love it. Hey, yeah, says that's a gem key. Thank you for that. Coolest lounge for me is a Concord room in London Heathrow. Virgin is also good, but CCR is more exclusive.
Ooh, nice.
Virgin upper class lounge makes a mean old fashioned. Priority pass in Brussels. Even had a pool table. I love it. Arrival lounges are great for showers. If you don't shower, why go? Gotta stay fresh. Love a lounge shower. Hell, I just showered in a plane. I freaking love it. I love it. I've showered at the Turkish Airlines Miles and Smiles Lounge in Istanbul. Qatar always first class. Wow, in Doha and United Polaris in Washington. Look at this. Everybody's clean here. JFK would be okay. There was no construction, but it'll take a while. LGA was a nightmare when they were renovating. That's so true. Texas Dog, thank you for the super chat. Ad-free Wepa TV is like ad-free YouTube. Never gonna happen, Texas Dog. Come on. This is premium TV here, Texas. I love you. Thank you for the super chat. You're the best, Texas.
This is a movie. I want to be clear. This is a movie. So
I love it. I love it. Yo, that's it.
And be ready for Barretto Brown to hit the
we have now a great question for the three queens. Trying to throw together a last-minute midweek trip for next week. Ideas. Stacy, go.
It's America's 250. So hit one of the 4 cities Charleston is one, New York is another, Boston is another, in Washington, D.C. Hit those 4 cities for America's 250 this year.
Thank you, Stacy. Mary?
I think it depends on where you're located. If you're on the East Coast, maybe you can take a little trip down to the Caribbean. If you know, it just depends on where you are.
So you'd rather have like a longer flight and fly?
Well, it's only like 3 hours to get to the Caribbean from the East Coast. That's not bad.
No,
It's farther to get, you know, like to stay in the United States and get to the West Coast from the East Coast. So
No, that's true. Key?
I think this is the perfect opportunity without knowing where you live is to use AI, find out something you haven't yet done in your own backyard, whether it's the Boston Tea Party, whether it's the Salem Witches, whatever that is in your area, now's the time to do it. And if you need ideas without using AI, because I know some people don't like using AI, go to Viator.com and see what they have already curated up.
What was that again?
Viator. It's like a tour website, or you can use like the Chase Travel Port, any of that. They all have tours.
Viator.
I always thought it was Viator, but yeah, I get it. No, thank you.
Is it Viator?
Viator?
Viator is what I say.
Viator?
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
So we're like split half and half.
Viator.
Okay, I'm gonna write it out in the chat, and that's gonna be it. Okay.
You're the best.
Everyone says.
Gunnar says Papa Joe's Pizza, vacuum sealer, extra wallets, and car insurance. Brooklyn Bridge is on consignment. It's on. I heard of ShamWow, but Wepa Joe is the best. Thank you for the Wepa Apple TV with all the channels. I freaking love you, Gunnar. O'Hare is the best airport. You can't convince me otherwise. Mary, I just returned from a cruise and used my green to pay for it. But thanks to points, Venture X, and Hilton, I didn't have to pay for flights and the before and after hotel stays.
Perfect.
Still learning, but a win. Yo.
That's how you do it. That's what I'm doing. We've been cruising a lot. And then I've been able to save on my hotel points because I'm not spending as many nights in the hotels. But you definitely want to book the night before and then probably the night after. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never been on a cruise. Right? So, wow.
They're great.
So, all right. Now that you guys bullied me, here's my thing. Joe 30 years ago would have been on whatever cruise. Joe now, I don't want to deal with craziness. What is the cruise line that you would recommend?
Honestly, right now, I want to switch to Royal Caribbean because I want status with Royal Caribbean to get me back into the status matches. I did the whole status match just like Mary did, but Royal Caribbean will match to MGM if you hit like a certain level. And then you can get back onto that whole merry-go-round and get all of those free cruises without having to, because we lost diamond status. So that was what, a year ago, 2 years ago. So that would be what I would do. I've never been on Royal Caribbean, but you don't feel like crowded on those ships. They don't feel full to me. At least I haven't. We love Norwegian though, but I want to try Royal Caribbean next.
Okay. Mary?
We've sailed on almost all of them, going through like the merry-go-round with the status matching and everything. But then on our last Carnival cruise, we actually gambled pretty heavily on my husband's account because we had 2 rooms. And so we were just kind of gambling on his account. And then he ended up getting some really good casino offers. So then we've actually been taking cruises based on those offers because he was just hitting the video blackjack. And so we're taking a 12-night Mediterranean cruise in the fall, and we're in a balcony room, 4 people, full drink package for both of us, $2,900.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So
I think there's like 9 stops. It's going to be awesome.
So thank you for sharing. Your husband has a gambling problem, and
but he doesn't have an extra wallet.
No, but he does. But
I was encouraging him
Stacey,
because it also increases your
that
credit
money
card
he
spend.
made could go in an extra wallet. Is all I'm saying. Stacey, you threw it up there. Thank you so much, my love. And Mary, 1-800-GAMBLE is the number.
He's gonna be watching this and being like, "Why are you all shitting on me today?
Why are you putting my crap out there, Ma?" That's what he's saying. Key, what do you suggest, my love? Have you been on a cruise, Key?
I have. I've been on many cruises, and I guess I have a gambling problem too. I just get them as a result of gambling. Craps is my game. That's where I'll be. So I don't have a brand because wherever they're gonna send me on these free cruises where I only got to pay the taxes and the port fees.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
There you go.
And Capital
Thank you.
One, shout out to you for letting me erase the charges.
So Tristan was only 5 in 2000. Thank you for making me old, Tristan. And he says the childless flights Vegas says was a Hooters airline. I'm almost positive of that.
They had an airline.
Lisa J, stocks in la casa. Lisa J, how you doing, my love? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, sweetheart. Can I get the TSA pre-check credit if I use it for someone else?
Yes.
I think if you just use your card to pay for somebody else's who's doing it, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Right?
I've gifted over many of those.
Yeah,
That
because
is the
most
same with
cards
any
matter.
credit. So I want to be clear, like it works for any credit. As long as you use your card, it doesn't matter if it's for you, Stacy, Joe, Mary, it don't matter who it's for. You're good to go.
Yep. No. I agree. Thank you for that, though. What's the point of paying for a card without points?
Not wrong. I understand that.
0%
Why
offer.
pay an annual fee if you're not going to earn points?
0%
Right, a
offer.
0% or a balance transfer, right? Maybe if okay.
Oh, I wonder if they're talking about me product changing into the Sapphire reserves without.
Oh, got it. Okay,
If that's the case, it's because it was just the opportunity. I did the math on what credits I was going to be getting. I'm in an area where it's not hard to use all of those credits without going out of my way. And it was just like simple math that like I'm going to get like 5x return on my spend. So that was why.
That's true. If the Chase Sapphire Preferred doesn't work for you, mine hasn't been used in forever. What's the point? The only reason I carry that card is to have access to the portal. Really, because I don't have any other personal Chase cards. I just don't, other than co-branded airline cards or whatever. But that's it. So I get it. But thank you for that, Mary. I appreciate it. Jesse here says, reminder everyone, while my name is Jesse, I don't work for Bill. I love it. Vincent says, is it also Anthony Venture's fault? Yes. Anthony Venture microwaved his classic green card. I kid you not. So thank you. Wepa, I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Good looking out. Thank you very much. Anthony Venture is the king of making cards extinct. Everything Anthony mentions just gets obliterated. And then the ink train. What was the other one that he had? Yada was another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? I mean, he's just, we're waiting for Bill to burn and go. Yeah. Mesa. We blame Mesa on him too. Anthony Venture is just a train wreck. I'm from South Carolina originally. Love Charleston. Thinking hard about the creator meetup. I am Wheels. Come through, kid. Come through. Kevin Riley 2020. I have a Hawaiian card for renewal. Is it worth keeping? I have a built Palladium. Good question. What do you think? Those of you that have the Hawaiian card. What do you think?
Don't you have to keep it so that you can transfer the Atmos points from like player 1 to player 2?
No.
Or is that not a thing?
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
About that.
Player 1 to player 2. Yes.
Yeah. So like if maybe you just if both of you have points that you want to kind of combine together, that's the reason I'm keeping one of them. So.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't even know that. Kevin, I hope we answered your question with that, but thank you, ladies, for that. Yeah, because sometimes the renewal card, I don't know how much the Hawaiian card is.
It's $99.
Okay.
But then it's also like 2x on gas, Hawaiian points, which then you can transfer to Atmos. So that's kind of decent. So like a lot of times I'm reaching for it as my gas card.
8x
That's
on
awesome.
the
Okay.
Wyndham business card though.
That's the one I have. I mean, I don't pay.
And I use that sometimes, but like I redeemed over 700,000 Atmos points, and so it's like I need more. Like I'm getting more value out of those versus the Wyndham.
Yeah.
I've done like one Wyndham redemption, and
You don't
still
have
a
the
good
bill
card. I
card.
just haven't. Yeah.
She'll be getting the bill card shortly. We'll see that one coming out. Vegas says I should have my social security number protected. Absolutely. CJ says bring Tupperware at Lisbon or Porto Airport. Their priority pass is full of nada de pastel.
Ooh,
They're so good. Oh,
I
my goodness.
love it. I love it. Coder says, once I get enough bill cash to cover my mortgage the rest of the year, I'll just swap card setups till the new year. Love it, Coder. Bill cash, not bill points. There's not enough stuff for me to spend to run out of bill cash.
nothing in my area.
Brian Cosgrove, how you doing, Brian? Thank you for being here. Philadelphia is actually where it started for $250. Okay. Thank you for that, Brian. Mighty Mike, the membership man, Newland. What's your most used card currently? Great question.
Right now, it's my Amex Business Platinum because I got to hit that sign up bonus.
What was the amount for it? 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For 300,000 points.
Yeah.
That's
my
fire.
AC is out upstairs though, so unfortunately,
So
that's
there goes
gonna be
15,000 right there or
hit.
more. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you'll hit that
I'm gonna have
tomorrow.
trouble with this one, sadly.
Dang.
That's how I hit my business goal 2 years ago. My AC in Florida went out. That was one shot. Done.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
realize how expensive they are.
No. Stacy, what's your most used card now?
Right now I'm doing the United Business card. That's my sign-on bonus for right now, but I'm going to be getting a new card probably by the end of the month. I have to get a new card. So, yeah.
You have to or you want to?
Okay.
See?
There's a difference between wants and needs. This is definitely a want. I know the difference between wants and needs, but
Which one are you looking at, my love?
the gold card, actually.
Personal gold.
The personal gold, yeah.
Okay.
My green card comes up next month, and I want to get rid of that one so bad, and I don't want to upset the Amex gods, so I think I'm going to have to get the gold and then get rid of the green.
Well, they added some better perks to the gold now. So, I mean, in terms of multipliers for travel, you're now getting at least 5 points, which is better than nothing.
I travel in points and miles, so I don't need that extra multiplier.
Yeah, no, I get it. But okay, so the gold is next for you.
I
Key?
think so.
Key, what's your most used card currently?
City Strata Premier, $95. I don't leave home without it. It's at number one position in my Apple wallet, number one position in my Samsung wallet, and in my real wallet. And I'm not going to hit you with a Ekster promo because I don't have that. But
so I'm not saying this for any other reason, but as I go into my Ekster wallet, did I mention this before?
No,
We're at 20.
This is my new card that I'm working on, and I wanted your opinion on this, ladies. So I have the Hilton Aspire, but I got an offer for the Hilton Business Card, where they're covering the annual fee the first year, which is good. So it's not. So I saved $199 or $195, whatever it is, for 130,000 Hilton points. So I got this one yesterday, and I'm already $1,500 on it because I had to pay my property taxes, my Florida property taxes on it. So this will be done pretty quickly. What do you guys think about this card at 5 times for everything? That's the multiplier. What do you think?
I have it. My husband uses the $60. Is it $60 every quarter? I can't remember what it is. I think it's $60 every quarter, but he uses it, and that pays for the annual fee. So definitely works out.
So yeah, is that the one? Because I didn't even look into that. Is that the one that you have to use at the hotel or resort?
Hotel? Yes.
So if you live near a Hilton that has the restaurant or whatever, you could just go in there and eat and use it, correct?
Well, there's nothing around me, so he.
Right, but if there was,
yeah,
like in the city here in New York or whatever, okay,
yeah,
that works. All right. So that's the card I'm working on now. The bonus is fine at 130. But for me, what I would put on it are all my subscriptions that aren't already covered by whatever else, and things that I buy for merch and whatever for now, just to meet the spend and kill it with the points. Let's see who else. So Key, you already mentioned the Premier, right? All right. So this is Peter Spartan of Finance from South Jersey. How you doing, puppy? Thank you for being here from Dirty Jersey. I appreciate it. Narikin, only 100 bill cash carries over for next year. Thank you for clarifying that. If you use Viator Book with Rakuten, your favorite shopping portal, that's cool. Question for the group. What's everyone's points and miles origin story? How did you fall down this rabbit hole? That is one hell of a great question as we're coming up. This will probably be one of the last ones that we're going to ask because we're coming up 2 hours. Question, what is how did you get to this? How did you fall down that rabbit hole? I love that. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. I've been in the points and miles space for 5 years. I knew that I wanted to get into points and miles a couple years before that, but was still working on some fiscal responsibility because I didn't want to get into it before I knew I could handle it. And I opened up the Chase Sapphire Preferred 2001. And my first booking was a Marriott in downtown St. Louis to moved my middle son away for college that year. That was the first time I used points, and I haven't turned back. So yeah, I just knew I wanted to travel more, make more memories, have more experiences, be able to go places.
So how many years? I mean, in
5 years.
5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And so before you even started posting content, you just started on your own.
Yes.
Okay. Did anything drive you to it? Did you see? Were you following people? Were you just reading, or just something that?
I was reading. I mean, this was 2020, 2021. This was right after the world blew up, right?
Right.
So
Okay,
to
got
speak.
you.
So
Yeah.
everybody had a little bit more time to kind of like, do nothing. So my do nothing was, how do I travel more? How do I go more places? How do I get to Egypt? How do I get to Machu Picchu for less? And points and miles, people were coming up. Of course, all the bigger creators, which was fine. So yeah, I just started researching, and I think I consume more points and miles content than I do anything. It is my constant everyday. I listen, I read, I pay attention, I study, I learn. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mary.
So I got into points and miles. Me and my husband, before we had kids, we took a 12-day trip to Rome and Greece, and we paid out of pocket for that because I didn't know about points and miles. And so this was in 2019, and it was like $7,000. And I tried really hard to get that number down as low as I could. So I was kind of wheeling and dealing, trying to do what I could for that. And I was pretty proud of that price. But then I was a new grad out of grad school. I had student loans. I was like, I'm not going to be able to afford to do this year after year. But I had this awesome travel experience. And so I was like, how am I going to keep this going? Because it's kind of like you get a taste of it and then you just, want more. So I started just researching different ways to save money on travel. And I happened upon a points and miles post. And so my first card was the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And then I think it was in 2020, I took my first points paid trip, and it was actually, I was pregnant with our first baby. So it was our baby moon. It was a all-inclusive trip to the Hyatt Ziva in Cancun.
Nice.
Everything was paid for. And that was kind of it for us.
So you're looking at 5 years as well.
Yeah, 2019.
Oh, so okay. Damn,
Yeah.
7. Okay.
7.
Key?
Yeah, I did an actual video on this a while back, but my points and miles story is kind of twofold. Number one, I live here on the East Coast. I got an internship when I was in college that involved me going and moving to Arizona for a bit. And that was my first solo travel experience. And even though it was in the United States, it is just a different pace of life, different food, different people. I talk so fast. They do not talk fast where I was in Arizona. It is just a whole new learning curve. And that's what I fell in love with, just how different everyone is and how much we have to learn from everybody.
So so you started creating content, Key, 3 years now?
2 years ago.
2. So in New Orleans, we got to 1,000, right? That was the day?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, ironically, again, you're right. The pandemic played a part, but it was right after I retired. And in 2022, I got sick. I got COVID. And then I was up late at night watching John Liang, Ben Hedges, Mark Reese, and these guys. And I was like, okay. And I literally ordered my first American Express Platinum card that night in December.
Ooh.
And
Start
I started
Yeah, you
studying
set
it.
the bar high.
Yeah, I shot my shot. I had no idea about order of cards. I didn't know what Chase 520. Zero. I saw guys that knew what they were talking about, but there was one thing that stuck out, and that was there was no one that I really felt I could connect to. And I said, if they can do this, and I'm not kidding, I said, so can I. And in 2 months, I got an LLC. I opened up a bank account. I used to use my phone to record and go like this and record until a year later, my students were like, Mister, you look cockeyed, because I was looking at the camera over here and looking straight up instead of at the camera. So they collected and I got a Sony camera to get me started. So it's something that I thought was just going to be a hobby, but I found it to just be so educational, helpful,
Yeah.
right? Because if you think about it, ladies,
Best community ever.
how much help, right? How much help and money saved to have you given people without even thinking about it?
Yes, it does make you better with money.
You know, like, why spend needlessly? Like, so now when I go down to help my friend and we're going to Boca, we're driving. I was like, bro, I'm not doing a straight shot. So we're stopping in South Carolina. And I was able to get through my Marriott points of Fairfield Inn and Suites right in Santee, South Carolina, because I love Santee. And, you know, we have other stays that we can do in Boca that don't cost anything. And we're talking Boca, which is money. But I have all these points and IHG 5 certificates of 60,000 points apiece that I haven't used yet. FHRs, the one for the Hilton that's due in October, that you could stay wherever. You know, so these are things that I never thought was possible.
Right.
And at 50, when I started at 56, going to be 57, I got into it. But like you, Stacey, and like you ladies, like Key and Mary, it's a constant study, right? Like
Changes all the time.
Right. You don't sit back and let things happen. You kind of always want to be on top of the game. So, but let me see if we had another question here. Hold on 1 second. God, I love you, Vegas. Joe with the briefcase at an airport setting, selling extra wallets. I love it. So, I Am Wheel says he's used Cruises, Venture X, and used Point Eraser to cover costs. Choco, don't worry. We've all been pronouncing it wrong. We still don't know what the hell it is.
Still don't know what it is.
We need to like Googlearlo, right? We need to Google it. So Lewis says here, Lose Sports just started the journey, hit my spend on CSP. What would be a good second card for points? Thanks. Ooh, CSP. I'm guessing Chase Sapphire preferred. What's
Where
your
do you want
second
to go?
choice?
What do you want to do?
I mean, you could get the reserve now, right? If you really want to
could.
stick into that ecosystem, because now you
But
can hold both.
Don't you still have to wait 48 months though in between?
No, they deaded that. You can get the points now. You don't have to wait for 48 months if you're doing two different cards. Yeah, to get the
I
bonus.
know you can hold both. I didn't know you could get them both.
Yeah, no, they changed that. They kind of deaded that, which is pretty good. But I would say the reserve, unless there's something through Chase's ecosystem that you want to use, that you could transfer the points through that would earn you more, that could be a Freedom Unlimited at 1.5, which blows. The Freedom Flex. You know, I'd rather the ink cards. If you have a business, the ink cards are powerful, especially the ink cash or the preferred. But what do you ladies think?
I'm
I
going to
think you
concur.
really have to. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think you really have to know kind of what you're doing with all of the coupons with the Sapphire Reserve. So if you're able to manage that to where you're going to make sure that you get your annual fee back, it is nice that the sign-up bonus is $150 since that's the highest that it's been. And it would also be nice because it would complement the ultimate rewards that you've already earned, so you can have a decent chunk and go on a good trip.
Thank you, Mary. Stacey?
Just know your rules before you proceed further. You know, there's the 524 rule. Make sure, you don't have more than 5 cards in 24 months. But I always tell people, where do you want to go? What are your airports? And work backwards. Know what your destination is, know what flights you're going to be able to take, know what hotels you're going to stay in, and then work backwards. And that's what I did for Japan, was I worked backwards with the trip after I knew what I wanted to do.
Thank you. That's a great outlook, both of you. Key?
My answer is always going to be different. Since you're just starting your journey, was it Loose Sports?
Yeah.
I would make sure you just have good habits for now. Just because you just started your journey, that's okay. There is no race. There's no timeline. There's no nothing. These bonuses are going to come back. They're going to come back bigger than ever. You are not missing out on anything.
Nope.
But protecting your credit score is paramount, and building good habits is paramount. So keep
Yes.
using the City Strata or the Chase Sapphire Preferred, paying it off monthly in full, and see how you want to use the points. Maybe you don't even like Chase points, but I think you just crawl, walk, run.
Thank you for that. I love this. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Mhm.
that. Point CFO, Gary, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Summit allows free point sharing network, so somewhat similar to Hawaiian card transfer of points. Thank you for that. Okay, Crystal says, no, it wasn't Hooters Airlines. It was Malaysia Air started, then Air Asia X, Indigo, and Corendon Dutch Air did a version of no kid flights. Damn, Air US Airlines chickened out. Crystal is the woman. Crystal did her homework on this one. Thank you, my love. I freaking love it. Thank you, Crystal. Jesse says the 5 times is what value? 2.5. See, I get that people automatically go to the cent per point, but my thing is, if I can accumulate, if I'm using the spend on a card that I know can rack them up quickly, to me, 2.5 is still better than what, a 1.5 even on a, right? If I did a Freedom Flex, like the Freedom Unlimited, like I just mentioned, right? So I think as long as it's over a 1.5 or 2, it is what it is. So,
Hilton's
and
got
I'm
a
using
nice
Hilton,
blueprint.
right? Yeah. So that's the other thing. Let me see. Hey, Yaz, does Joe use an extra wallet? I love you. Coder Corel, thanks for the channel membership last week. Didn't know I received this one. Thank you. A $20,000 dentist bill led me into this beautiful game. You are not kidding. That is something that dentist bills. My brother-in-law could have bought a house, like literally, crazy. But you're right. That'll get you into that game. One last question here. 2 questions. What would be a good card for domestic travel? What is a good card for road trips?
Go for domestic travel. Go to whatever your home airport is. Let's just say it's Boston. Type in BOS Airport Wiki or whatever your airport is. Look at all of the nonstop flights and pick something from there.
Damn.
Or
Okay.
something that transfers to those airlines.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, that's
yep.
true too.
Yep.
And what about for road trips?
City
Choice
Strata
hotels.
Premier, Wells
Yeah, I
Fargo
want something that
Autograph.
gives me some good gas multipliers, right?
Wyndham Business.
See, and
No,
okay.
Wyndham Business is trash. No,
8X.
ain't nobody staying at Wyndham. Ain't nobody
They
staying
have
at Wyndham.
some nice all-inclusives, and they have, I mean, for 7,500 points per night.
How many Wyndhams have you stayed at this year?
This year, well, I've
Mhm.
also stayed at, multiple different hotels this year. So
Just
not
Wyndham.
this year.
Just Wyndham, because we're using this Wyndham Business Earner card.
Yeah, not this
Ze-
year.
0.
You know what?
So that's what I say. Everybody I talk to says the answer is 0. So why are
But
we
the
using
thing
that
is-
for our gas card?
But here's the thing. I have to side with Stacy. I think out of the country, Wyndham is great because they
Yes.
recognize the status. And I've done it in Switzerland.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And Wyndham owns these properties outside that.
no, most people don't have a passport. Most
Okay, no,
Americans
but I'm saying-
don't have a passport.
But I'm saying for those of us that do, it's a banger of a card for status out of the States, especially. I had it in Switzerland and Schaffenhausen, and that was like, I was the first actually at that property to stay there
That's cool.
with that status, and they treated us like kings. Now, in the States, yeah, we're talking, low budget for the most part. With some of them, especially if you're going like to the Disney parks and whatever, you'll get the lower side ones. But you have some Wyndham better properties out there, but they're going to cost you. And I get it. I don't have a gas card, but it was a good business. It was a solid business card for me. And the amount of credit line that they gave me was good. So, but I get, for me, road trip card, do any of you have, just because it's in road trip, AAA card?
No.
Key? I knew it. Which one do you have, my love? The one that's daily or the travel? Because there's a difference.
Let me check travel freely. I have no idea.
One is more multipliers and dining out, I
it's on the
think, or gas. I forgot. There's a difference between the two. And you can't hold both of them.
Okay. These AAA cards, I watch a lot of Formula One. These credit card names are getting ridiculous. They're like Formula One teams. But okay, I have the AAA, Daily, Advantage, Visa Signature, credit card account. according to the back of the card. That's what I have.
Oh my gosh.
That's one name.
One name. That's it. That's the card I have.
Daily. Now, what is the multipliers for that and the difference between?
No clue, because this is in the cancellation pile. I have never used this card.
You've never used it.
Shortly after I got it, they canceled the 4% cash back on wholesales clubs. Or they didn't cancel it. They put a restriction. And you know what I do with restrictions? You're not going to tell me how to spend my money. So
wow, she just
Get
took
it.
it to the back. I love it. I love it. Okay, then we have hybrid. I do love my Hilton points, but staying on any lower tier properties is bad for redemptions.
That's true.
I hear you. Waldo says, I'm with Key. I've stayed at 2 Wyndham hotels, not doing a third unless I want a divorce. So before we say our goodbyes, ladies, I want to thank St. Patrick for his super chat and being a channel member. Polygraph Marcus, thank you for being a channel member in the super chat. Vincent, thank you for being a channel member in the super chat. Anthony, thank you for being a channel member in the super chat.
hitting people with the government.
My girl, Crystal Cove, thank you for the super chat as well and being a channel member. Memphis, Mike, thank you for that as well, puppy. I appreciate you. Sledge, thank you so much for the Navy Federal flagship for Key. I appreciate it. Amazing Dollar Man, thank you so much for the super chat as always, puppy. David Russ, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Big Kurt, thank you for the super chat. Yatesy, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you for the super chat as well. Steph, thank you for the super chat. Vinyl Cover, thank you for the super chat. Happy Tom, thank you for the super chat. Jorge, gracias por el super chat. Texas Dog, thank you for the super chat. SJDP1234, thank you for the memberships. Xavier, thank you for being a member for 26 months, and thank you for the super chat. Adrian Rocks, thank you so much for the super chat and being a channel member. Rod, travel fan, thank you for being a channel member and for the super chat. Texas Dog, thank you for being a channel member in the super chat. Yeti, thanks again for being a channel member and the super chat. I appreciate you guys. I want to say, wait, one here. Wait. Excuse me. Jay say so. Excuse me, Miss K. I've used Wyndham and IG for quick local stays with no problem. Jay,
no hate.
So.
Listen, no hate. Jay, it sounds like you are actually utilizing your Wyndham Business Earner card or whichever card you have. But I feel like if we took a poll, about half of the people that have the Wyndham Business Earner card either have never stayed at Wyndham or we go into their Wyndham account and there are no past stays in the past.
But look at Guna. Guna just said all-inclusive in Cancun will be my second visit to Wyndham Properties. Yosemite earlier this year in Central California. Now all-inclusive Grand Cancun. It works. Love my business.
Guna, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Uh-oh. Guna just shots fired.
I'm not talking to y'all.
Ryan says, Bill Palladium on rent day gets 4% back via shop card. Free Music says, thank you, Joe, Mary, and Key. Stacy for a great live. Wyndham is great. Mike RT, great for college football towns. 15K per night or oh, damn. Okay. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Thank you for the lives, says Hybrid. Thank you, Guna. Let's start and say our good nights. Stacy, I will start with you, my love.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the questions, and I was actually really excited about all the different perspectives that we all had. So thanks for listening and thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Stacy. Mary?
Thank you guys for having me. I feel really blessed to be here. I think we had a really good conversation. I also love hearing what everyone has to say, and I love just kind of talking shop with other people who are, really into points and miles. And so I appreciate you guys listening.
Thank you, Mary. Kiki.
We each have such a different perspective on just about everything. We disagreed respectfully. I fired shots in the comments, people fired shots back. But I think we could all agree that we learned something, whether it was from me, Joe, Stacy, or Mary. We definitely learned something, but now let's put it to action. So thank you, Joe, for hosting and getting this all together. But yeah, I know I got some work to do.
No, I thank you, ladies. And I can't leave without showing my girl here some love, Crystal. I have the AAA daily now. Used to have the travel. I used to have the travel one. 5% grocery, 3% in gas and electric, vehicle charging, wholesale club. Okay. and one. So Crystal, thank you for sharing that. Make your life easier says Wyndham in Puerto Rico is excellent. Nemo says dope live stream. Thank you, Nemo. Fantastic guest. Joe says make your life easier. Great job. Thank you. Make your life easier. Bubble wrap. Love bubble wrap. What's the best way to travel to Japan on points? That will be the last points question. Let's do this. Last travel question. What is the best way to travel to Japan? We kind of mentioned this one earlier.
Anything that has Japan Airlines as a travel partner right now, or transfer partner right now. So that would be Capital One and that would be Rove. Are those the only two?
Mary, you had mentioned
ANA.
To go to Asia, ANA, Cathay Pacific.
and you booked them through, was it Alaska?
No,
I
you
did.
can transfer from
Okay.
membership
Stacey.
rewards.
Okay. Key?
Never been to Japan, so
Neither
I
have
don't want
I.
to. Yeah, I don't want to misspeak here.
Bubble wrap, do me a favor. Check out the ladies' channels, please. I appreciate it.
I broke it down in my video on Japan. what
Yeah,
I
there
did.
you go. Please, guys, we have their channels on the chat here. Gunnar says Key has issues. She wants to cancel. She cancels.
Mad issues. I got a lot of issues. That's facts.
Great live tonight. Thank you, Joe Key, Mary, Stacy. Thank you for everything. Still love you, Key. Excellent live. Thanks, Joe, for putting together. And thanks, lovely ladies, for sharing all y'all's knowledge. I love it when they're all here like that. They stay the whole time. Appreciate you tolerating me. Love it. Built transfers to JAL. Thank you, Narikin. Built
Bill.
transfers to JAL. Thank you so much. Free music. Built transfer. There we go. Built all day, every
I thought
day.
there was one more.
LG, thank you so much for the super chat and being a channel member. Lee, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Papi. My love to the family. Use Wyndham for Vacasa cottages and
Not
Caesar.
anymore.
No,
Not
no.
The other two, yes, but not Picasa.
Okay. So cottages and Caesars. Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay.
And hey, Yaz, great live with great guests, Wepa. So you know what? Key, you didn't do a Wepa, my love.
Oh man. All right. Turn the volume down. Let me move the microphone out.
Uh-oh. Guys, you weren't expecting this and they weren't either. But you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't do this. My lovely Key, after you, my love.
Wepa!
Yo! He brought the fire. Wepa!
Yay, good job.
Damn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stacy?
I can't. My husband just went to bed.
Okay, so Stacy,
Like
I
he's
need
in
you.
the next room.
You know what, Stacy? I'm gonna give you that pass, but I need a low key, just a very Wepa like that.
Wepa.
Yeah, I need you to have your husband there in the morning and not be pissed off at you. I got you. Mary, I know. Mary, are you able to do this, Mary?
Oh yeah, I got a babysitter for tonight, so I'm good.
Oh, Mary, because Mary had one of the most epic ones. I'm just saying, let's do this, Mary. I'll
All right.
count you in if you want.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Wepa!
Damn! Yo! Whoa! Damn!
All those years of voice lessons. I learned how to use the diaphragm.
Whoa!
Dang.
So you know what? Because I love you, ladies, and I thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. I kid you not. This was more than 2 hours and almost 20 minutes.
Thank you.
And we've not lost anybody.
That's awesome.
Insane. The numbers were off the charts today. So thank you for that. We're going to do this again. And we're
Looking
going to
forward to
focus
it.
on different cards and cards you applied for, because I love your perspectives on these. You might want to lower your speaker down, Stacy, so your husband doesn't blame you.
Oh, I already did.
1, 2, 3.
Ah,
Woo! I love you, ladies. Mi gente, look at the scores. I think Key got a 6.5. Yo, you got a coño there from the
That's
Rican. 7.9. Vegas gave you a thumbs up. Props to Key because you got the Ritz card because of her. That's how you do it. 100 on the WEPA scale. They gave a 10. Key, you are so great, but you need the WEPA. Mary can WEPA? Wow, I love it. I had to turn everything down 10. Banshee. There you go. Now I have it. Maria es de la isla. He just said Maria is from the island. I love it.
Nice.
Texas. Key WEPA 10. Damn 10. Wyndham overseas are great. Wyndham in the States are trash. Mary killed it. Fire. Amazing. Mary 12.5.
Love it. Thank you.
Nemo, kick rocks. Nemo gave me a 5. Joe, thanks, ladies and gents. Thank you, Papi. Joe nailed it with a red face. After Mary, Joe gets a 9.75. Yes, you know what? Yes, that's sexism. Damn it, because I'm the guy here. I know that. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here as always. But more than anything else, on behalf of Stacy, Mary, and Key, I thank all of you for giving us the privilege of your time. Until next time, mi gente, we love you. Wepa to you. See you next week. Peace out. I love you. I love you.